All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome if you are new. Thank you guys so much for joining me today and for waiting patiently, as always, for the intro to finish up. Hope everybody's doing well today. Sunday, November 9th. Irfin, yeah, we'll have to check that out later on. I'm assuming it's about GTA 6. Delay, Hanzo, what's going on, man? Rhine, JMR. Nightmare 420 coming in with the Wolverine emojis. Yeah. So, oh, good stuff, Irfin. Good stuff. Yeah, we're going to be talking a little bit about Wolverine today. We were discussing over the past couple days whether or not this big GTA 6 delay, you know, could it have some kind of impact on Wolverine? We're going to discuss that a little bit because apparently the answer is no. Yeah, I would say so, Johnny Gaming. Some good news for Wolverine, depending on how you read it, but it seems pretty, I think Insomniac's definitely giving us a signal here. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We have more news about the GTA 6 delay. We have insider Tom Henderson giving us some insider information about GTA and what caused the delay or like why the game has been delayed and what's going on with Rockstar. Has nothing to do with the whole union busting thing. We're talking about the PlayStation Portal. The PlayStation Portal is beginning to sell out, seemingly. It kind of seems like this big update that Sony brought with the PlayStation Portal has kind of, I don't know, given it a significant boost in sales, which I guess isn't too surprising. Yeah, Irvin, I'm doing a little bit better today. My neck is still kind of messed up. I don't know what's going on. It was really strange. Like the last stream I did, it was bad. Like it was really bad. The next day, which would be yesterday, was a lot better. But then today, it's like bad again. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to like mess around with my pillows, I guess, or how I sleep, or figure something out. I have to figure something out. But I'm doing a little bit better. It's not as bad. Sleeping is the cure. I don't know. I'm not so sure. Did you see Saudi put in a $70 billion bid for Warner Bros? It'll be privatized just like EA. Say goodbye to the DC characters. As you know, them Superman's no longer from Kansas. I didn't see that. No, that's the first I'm hearing that. Oh, man. Dude. No, that can't happen. Come on, man. Like, that can't happen. It's bad enough they got EA. You went out and bought a PlayStation Portal last night, Johnny Gaming. That's awesome, dude. How do you like it so far? There's always something going on with you. Sheesh. I know, dude. I know. Sorry, I'm not going to be complaining about it, though. Irfin was just asking me how I felt. I've been complaining enough. I'll be fine. I mean, today's stream probably won't be a super long one to begin with, just because I've noticed, like, for the past month or so, for Sundays, there hasn't been a whole lot to cover, which is not a big deal. You know, a lot of people are like watching football or the NFL as well. So we'll just, we'll go over what we have here today. Like I said, we'll be talking about the PlayStation Portal seemingly selling out. We're talking about Kojima paying a visit to his good friend Herman Holst, visiting Guerrilla Games again. And it seems like Kojima Productions, they're ramping up development on Physint because they're going on like a hiring spree. So, yeah, it's true. Sony's earnings are coming up. Really curious to see what they say during that. I hope we learn some interesting stuff, get some good insight. Matt, you're saying I was playing Neo 2 on the Portal last night? Good stuff, man. Yeah, I got to get myself a Portal. Like I said, in a couple weeks, I'll probably get one. Johnny Gaming, you're saying the screen is such great quality. There's a little lag while streaming, but still playable. Yeah, I'll be curious to test it out myself. Boss, please don't bother me. Yeah, right. That's what I'm thinking too, Irfin. Rumor Horizon multiplayer game to be announced next week at NCG Star 2025. Oh, damn. Bro, this Horizon multiplayer game has been in development for phew, for like 7 years now. It started development in 2018, man. But I'm confused with Horizon because I feel like they have like two Horizon games. There's one that Guerrilla themselves is working on, but then there's like the NC Soft game that's apparently still in development. And so I'm like, I don't know what the play is here. I don't know what's going on, and I'm really nervous for Sony, man. I think Sony's gonna make a big bet on Horizon, and I'm not saying it won't pay off. They have no reason to necessarily believe it won't. But I think it's more like, the saying like strike while the iron's hot. I feel like with Horizon multiplayer, it's like, dude, if something like this was available in like 2016, or sorry, not 2016, like 2017, 2018, 2019, around the time frame the game first came out, like maybe. But I feel like, we're almost a decade removed from like Horizon Zero Dawn being announced. And I don't know, man. I just feel like the hype for the Horizon universe. Like I think people will be hyped for Horizon 3. I think like the conclusion to what I would assume to be Aloy's trilogy. But like if there is a Horizon multiplayer game announced next week, like I don't know what to expect. Like I don't know if people are going to look at that and be like hype, or if they're going to look at it and be like, eh, okay, like I don't know. I really don't know what to expect. The only thing I do know is that Guerrilla has put so like they've all they do is Horizon. Guerrilla went from being a Killzone studio to being a Horizon studio, and you know, I I've just seen the deterioration, I guess you could say. Not to be like negative, but I've seen a level of deterioration when it comes to the positive feelings that people had for that universe. So, maybe if they do a multiplayer game, I don't know, maybe that'll be different. But it's like, everything, it's worth noting that like everything Guerrilla has tried with Horizon outside of the main games has like not worked. They tried Call of the Mountain, that didn't work. They tried Lego Horizon, that didn't work. A big multiplayer effort is different, I believe. So you wish Killzone would have taken off. I mean, they try. You can't blame them. Like they did try with Killzone. You can't blame them for not wanting to go back to it because they made like 4 or 5 games or more than that. I think they made a bunch of games, and it just it didn't really reach the heights that they needed it to. They won't leave Horizon. It's their identity now. Well, I think it makes sense that they want to do like one big push for multiplayer for Horizon because I think that's how the game could live on. Like if they do they are going to do a third game, but like if they wrap Aloy's story up, and it's like maybe after that, single player wise, you make a new IP. Um, I don't know. It all comes down to demand. Like everything I'm saying about Horizon, the truth is though, if you look at how these games sold, like they've both done very well. Like the Horizon franchise has sold like what, like 37 million or something. So, I don't blame Guerrilla or Sony for being like, we got to do more. We got to do big things with this. But if Trash Arc can be successful, Horizon good. Trash Arc, that's funny, dude. Oh man, yeah, I've been seeing clips of that game. People are having a good time with it. Excuse me. Um, yeah, they have the Horizon movie they're making, which I don't know about that one, man. I don't know how a Horizon movie is gonna look. How they're gonna do that one. Yeah, we need AI Aloy. Well, we'll see. I mean, it'll be really interesting. I would be excited if they announce, you know, if they announce the Horizon multiplayer game this week. I'd be excited for it just because it's like finally. Let's see. I don't know. I say I'm going to be excited, but then it's going to be like Genshin Impact, Fortnite ass looking Horizon, and it's going to be like, oh man, oh boy. You know what? On second thought, Mark Cerny stated that the great leap of the PS6 will come from ray tracing and AI rather than raw power. It has reached its limit in which it is more costly to achieve a visual improvement with brute force power. Yep, absolutely. Um, have some goddamn faith, MBG. We'll see, man. We'll see. I have a bad feeling. I'm not gonna lie, man. I have a bad feeling. I think that, you know, I think Sony is and should be very worried about their multiplayer games because, like, Helldivers 2, it's safe to say, is an anomaly, right? Because after Helldivers 2, they had Concord. We saw what happened there. Concord clearly scarred them. And, then they're like, okay, well, you know what? We got Marathon. It's okay. We got Marathon. And then Marathon's getting cooked left, right, up, down, center. Plagiarism. Nobody cares. Then you got Arc Raiders coming out. People loving Arc Raiders. That could have been Marathon, but it wasn't. So there's like virtually no hype for Marathon. And then, you have like this Horizon multiplayer. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, you guys canceled The Last of Us multiplayer. You canceled Spider-Man multiplayer, but you're going to go through with the Horizon multiplayer. And the Horizon multiplayer could be cool, but look, I've said this numerous times, and I know I sound like a broken record, but my big thing with Horizon multiplayer, and I think this is the mistake they're going to make. And if they announce it next week, I don't know where that rumor's coming from, but if they were to announce it next week or whenever they do announce it, I think what's going to kill it, unfortunately, is, they're going to go with an art style that is not Horizon. Because one of the core pillars of what makes Horizon, I would say, an exciting game to a lot of people. I mean, obviously the gameplay, but the art direction, the art style, the visuals. It's known to really kind of be a very good looking game, and it has that, it has that kind of like high fidelity look to it. And I feel like if they come out and they're like, here's the Horizon universe, but again, like kind of cartoonish, Genshin Impact looking, I think people are going to be immediately turned off by that. I think they're going to be immediately turned off by it, to where it's like that's all people are going to focus on. Oh, here we go. Horizon multiplayer game will be announced next week. This is from the Horizon subreddit. NCSoft's Horizon multiplayer game currently in development is scheduled to make its debut next week at G-Star 2025, Korea's premier game show. The game show runs from Thursday through Sunday, and it's highly likely to be unveiled on the first day, Thursday. According to those who saw the first video, it looks similar to Monster Hunter. Well, that's promising, potentially. Because that's interesting. It seems like if this is to be believed, that it's actually going to happen. Yeah, true. NCSoft is Korean. It's going to look similar to Monster Hunter. I mean, that's the only hope I think this game has, is if it can kind of scratch that Monster Hunter itch. But I think what's going to be fascinating is if it is trying to take on like Monster Hunter, we're going to have to ask ourselves, like, what will this game bring to the table that, isn't already right there in Monster Hunter. Now, to be fair, I think there's a lot of things that people have been asking for from Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter does seem to be struggling a little bit now, or it's like it hit a wall or something. So we'll see. Gamer for Life, you're saying upgrade on the PlayStation Portal is amazing, much less lag. Stellar Blade plays perfectly. That's good to hear, man. Well, Monster Hunter is massive, but I noticed that the sales of Monster Hunter, uh, what's it called again? It's not World. World was the last main one. Monster Hunter. Oh my god, it just came out this year. Somebody will help me. Wilds, thank you. Monster Hunter Wilds. Um, King Xanarkin, what's up, man? I didn't recognize you there for a second. I think like I don't know. I think they had really good sales for the first month, but then they like I don't know, their sales wise their game just hit a wall. But they still sold really well. Did over like 10 million. You're saying it's getting better. They had a performance update. Okay. Huh. Well, we will see, man. If it's true that the Horizon multiplayer game is getting announced next week, we'll be here. We'll cover it, and it will be fascinating to see the reaction. Michael, what's going on, buddy? Boss, stop, dude. Don't start. Come on. I mean, yeah, I played a lot of Monster Hunter World, but it was daunting. It was a struggle, I will say. But I put like over 100 hours into it. So I have some experience with Monster Hunter, and you know, if Henry 3K, there's a rumor right now that the Horizon multiplayer game is going to get announced next week at a Korean gaming event by NCSoft. So, I mean, I don't want to say like, you know, assume it's true, but it lines up. It makes sense. Apparently, you know, I mean, I feel like this game should have been announced a while ago. It's been in development for so long. So I don't know if it's a mobile game. I don't think so. I would, yo, how funny would that be? That would be the funniest shit ever. It's just a mobile game. Mobile Horizon multiplayer. Yay. JMR, thank you. Yeah, maybe I'll pull that up in a little while. Oh, yeah. I mean, if it's a live service multiplayer, I would expect it to be everywhere. Maybe even Xbox. Who knows? Okay. Irfan, you talking about the one you sent me on Reddit? Yeah, that's why I'm like really hesitant to like fully believe it. But I don't know. Sonny's earnings are, you know, this week as well. So, you know, maybe it would kind of align with that a little bit too. Not sure. But guys, I do want to let you know we had this long discussion about Wolverine due to the GTA 6 delay. And I will tell you that after GTA 6 was announced to be delayed, come on, boss, you got to stop. After it was announced to be delayed, Insomniac posted on their Twitter and they say, don't miss a shred of information. Wishlist Marvel's Wolverine coming fall 2026. And again, that was specifically after the GTA 6 delay. So many people took this as Insomniac essentially coming out and saying, like, we're still sticking to fall 2026. And yeah, I mean, Wolverine is one of the only other games that has a fall release window. And that's why when the GTA 6 announcement, delay announcement happened, that's the first game that a lot of people thought of. You got to get down. Hold on, guys. GTA 2027 bet. Well, I mean, GTA getting we're gonna talk about that too because we have a follow up on. All right, you gotta go, dude. I can't do this. Sorry if we hit our member goal, I'll bring him back in. But he's being really. I mean, it's just like every stream, like, dude. There was a cat on your roof today, Carl. Uh-oh. Titus, you're saying you'll get both, but they're crazy releasing this near GTA 6. There's only so much money that can go around. Well, my thought on this, Titus, is that I mean, I was looking over again the calendar, and I mean, they could release it September 25th. They could release it October 2nd, and I think if they release it within that time frame, Wolverine that is, I think they'll be fine. I mean, that's practically like 2 months, nearly 2 months. I think they'll be fine, but I think I think it's more likely, and I think if anything, this post from Insomniac, I think it points to they would be more likely to move the date up than to delay it. I think it's pretty clear that this game will not get delayed out of 2026. And I don't think it should. I mean, they are different games. I think for most people, if you buy Wolverine, if Wolverine comes out the last week of September, the first week of October, I think for most people, it's just like, well, you buy it, you play, you'll probably be done with it before GTA 6 even comes out, Not because it's like a short game, but I mean, it's going to be a single player game. Wolverine will probably be anywhere between 15 and 25 hours. Maybe you could go up to 30. I guess it depends on how much is really there, but it's a single player game. I think you'll be finished with it probably within a month and a half. And at that time, that's, again, if these release windows are accurate, but, but I do think it's worth pointing out that this tweet was purposely put out there by Insomniac after the GTA 6 delay. And I think it's their subtle way of just trying to let everybody know that we're not worried about it. Um, Rocky Rob with a $10 direct donation says, be sure to gift enough subs to feed the beast scallywags. Thank you, Brocky Rob. Thank you for the direct donation. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's a slow day. Like, there are just these days where all of this, what I do here on YouTube and stuff, it's all energy based. And I can always like kind of read the energy going into the day based off of looking over the gaming news and seeing what people are talking about, what's going on. And today's a slow day. So every Sunday for the past like month has been very like abnormally slow. Although we have Michael Wernick coming in. Michael, could you be Brocky Rob? Is it you? Perhaps, maybe, maybe not. Michael Wernick drops 10 membership gifts for you guys. Mike, thank you, buddy.
This is an incredibly exciting time for PlayStation.
You seem kind of whacked out tonight. Did you sleep okay? I got like 4.5 hours of sleep. So, do I seem whacked out? Hold on, though. What am I doing that's making me seem whacked out? Now I'm curious. My neck's doing a little bit better. Am I tripping balls? Yo, okay. Am I behaving like super strangely and I don't know it? What's up, guys? How about that GTA, huh? Wolverine. Heard Wolverine's not getting delayed. Not yet. No, it's not getting delayed, guys. I mean, they could act like there's something really wrong with me, I had some catnip. But Michael, thank you for the member gifts. I'll add that to the goal. I mean, I don't feel tired per se. Like I didn't get much sleep, but I don't feel exhausted. I just feel like a bit muted, I guess, a bit subdued. Again, it's just like one of those days where I wake up and I'm like, the energy levels are just not there. Yesterday was a good day. I probably should have just streamed yesterday because the energy levels were there yesterday. Today, I'm a little bit more subdued. But it happens. Let me see. Lady Gamer says I didn't sleep much last night due to fireworks at 2 a.m. Damn, that's actually really absurd. Um, Author of the Witcher book says he has not contributed to The Witcher 4. I think I read that. Yeah, just really mild and tired. Yeah, I mean, it's also just the fact that like I don't know, man. The the big news that we got last week was the GTA 6 delay, and it's like it creates this kind of buzz for like a day or two, but then it just dies down because it's like, and that's it. Like no new screenshots, no new trailers, no new info, just a delay. Although I don't know if you guys have seen this, and be very careful. I'm hesitant to even talk about it, but I've been seeing it like being reported and going around that apparently Rockstar uploaded a video on the back end to their YouTube channel, and a lot of people are thinking it's trailer number 3 coming this week. Um, Again, be very careful if you choose to believe that. But I mean, it is kind of strange. I have to admit, it's kind of strange for them to announce a 6 month delay and not give us anything. So maybe they just wanted to stagger it a little bit. They'll announce the delay one week, and then the next week they'll give you a trailer. I mean, the timing feels right. If they delay GTA 6 after next year, Rockstar. Oh, I lost you, Diego. Where'd you go? Rockstar just needs to cancel the game and shut the studio down. Yeah, cancel it. Red Dead Redemption 2 is now the 4th best-selling game of all time, over 79 million, only behind Minecraft, GTA 5, and Wii Sports. That is holy shit, dude. That's crazy. That is crazy. Like I knew it was up there, but 4th best-selling of all time. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done Red Dead Redemption 2 for PS5 yet. But that's the thing. Talking about the GTA 6 delay, I want to let you guys know, Tom Henderson, who's a very reliable insider, Tom Henderson, he was on his Insider Gaming podcast, and he was explaining why GTA 6 was delayed. Now, he says that GTA 6 is content complete, and GTA 6 has been content complete for a long time now. And if you don't know what content complete means, he's basically just saying that the game is finished. It's playable from start to finish. Everything's done. All of the content is done. And that everything they're doing right now is for optimization. And what's really interesting, I would say the most interesting thing and the most worthwhile piece of information that Tom Henderson gave us is he was saying that the reason they're taking a whole nother 6 months is because they plan to basically perfect this game. And I think this is really significant because a game on the scale of GTA 6, we've never seen a game with this much hype behind it, this much excitement. There's a natural trepidation of like, okay, is this going to be a cyberpunk situation? How worried, how concerned should we be about, the performance and the, like how many bugs and glitches and stuff like that. According to Tom Henderson, Rockstar is not going to ship this game with a bug. That like if there's even a single bug, a single glitch, not bug, but if there's even like a single glitch, I guess they're the same thing. If there's a single glitch in the game, this is the way he worded it. He said there's a single glitch in the game, they're gonna delay, like they're not releasing it till it's done, 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 and that's respectable, but interesting, because you know they're one of the only they're in a unique position where only they could do this. I mean, I'm sure it'll have bugs. Yeah, people will discover stuff, but Just the emphasis that he was putting on it is essentially like they're taking an extra 6 months to just comb over it, again and again and again and again and again. And I saw somebody in chat say, "Who said it was they're delaying it because of Xbox Magnus?" Who said that, bro? I mean, I've been seeing some weird stuff on Twitter. You know, GTA 6 gonna run best on Magnus, and it's like, bro, I don't like can we just see we just got to see how it's going to run on on the consoles that's been developed for first, let's just see. Oh, it was Boomstick XL. That's funny. They delayed it because of Magnus. MBG 60 million is the whole budget for Ghost of Yotei. Where'd you hear that, Irfan? That's crazy. That's crazy low. And Planet Clippy, a member for 23 months, says the new Running Man movie is getting good early reviews. Both Arnold and Stephen King said they loved it. Interesting. I've been seeing a lot of you guys talk about the Running Man, the upcoming Running Man movie. Maybe I'll have to check it out. That's good though. It's good that it's getting good early reviews. And we have Armani Coleman. He says, "What's up? I'm not mad, but I can't wait for Wolverine. I heard you might be able to play Wolverine even after the story. Imagine free roaming with Wolverine." I appreciate you letting me know you're not mad, Armani. I was worried. I was worried you were going to be angry with the super chat. Free roam, I don't. Well, I'm not so sure about that. Only because my interpretation of the trailer we got from the last state of play, my interpretation is that it is a wide linear game, not an open world game. But I don't know. There could be like open areas. I mean, if it's wide linear, that would mean there will be some open areas. Maybe you could explore them. They did show the scene in the trailer where he's riding the motorcycle. I again, my interpretation of that scene was that's like a set piece, kind of like an Uncharted esque set piece moment. But for all I know, that could be them teasing, like, no, you'll be able to, you know, you'll be able to actually like kind of drive around on this bike. That'd be pretty sick, Armani. That would be cool. And everything you're saying, I meant Tom said that GTA 6's delay will cost Take Two an extra $60 million in development costs. That's the reported number for Yotei's budget. Ah, yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing, man. They're taking seemingly the entirety of Ghost of Yotei's budget just to polish the game, just to optimize the game. And like I would say about pretty much 99% of video game publishers would not be willing to do that. They would not be willing to spend another $60 million over the course of 6 months just for optimization without any kind of return. Rockstar and Take Two can do that though because they know the level of like record shattering numbers they're going to be doing. They're going to make that 60 million back in like 10 minutes, probably less than 10 minutes, They're going to make that back in just the pre-orders alone. So, and Michael Wernes with a super chat says, "We've seen a bunch of overworked and exhausted game devs in recent years, i.e. Red Dead 2, Cyberpunk, Baldur's Gate 3, now Rockstar. Do we see less expensive games in the future? Thoughts, chat." It's a good question. I mean, I was highlighting in my video today how Take-Two Interactive, the same publisher for GTA, ironically enough, they were talking about how, you know, Mafia: The Old Country did very well for them. And that was a $50 AA game. So I think like that's kind of proof that not every game needs to be a monolithic, super expensive, high production AAA to find success. I think it proves that like we can get those single player AA games back as long as they're done right. Get rid of the crybaby devs. Get AI in. No more complaining. Oh damn! That's exactly what they're thinking up top too. Oh, I don't know. I mean, you're seeing more and more publishers talk about how they're going to handle AI in game development. And right now, there seems to be this general kind of, I would say, leaning towards the human factor, right? Like, it's got to be humans. But I think over time, you're going to start to see that actually, unfortunately, happen where you're going to see more and more developers getting replaced by AI. And, we're already hearing like early reports now of how a lot of publishers are basically requiring their developers to work with AI. And right now, it's just being described as like a tool that the people, that the work, the human devs will use. But again, we're just in the beginning days, man. We're in the early days of like, there's going to be, I think, a threshold that we cross where that tool becomes, I don't know. I mean, we talk about Take Two Interactive. Strauss Zelnick, I think, just talked about the idea of like, why would you want an AI made GTA? Like, I don't think that can be as good. But I was also thinking about the fact that like we're still in the days for AI are still so early that like there's not even it's not really fully regulated or anything, So we see how there's some weird stuff going on with, I guess you could say, copyright, or certain copyright owners are starting to get like frustrated at the stuff that people are making with AI, with properties and whatnot. And I think, at some point, probably in the not too distant future, actually it's probably going to be very soon, like this stuff's going to be like the rules are going to be established, I guess you could say, what you can and can't do. And I think that will have a profound impact potentially on how publishers choose to implement AI, right? But that remains to be seen. I do think it's the early days, but when it comes to games being more expensive, I mean, I don't think the big monolithic AAA game is going anywhere. I think you're still going to see games that cost hundreds of millions of dollars, probably more than that. I mean, GTA probably cost over a billion, easily probably over a billion. Um, I mean, it's an outlier, but I still think you're going to see publishers like Sony and even Microsoft. They're still going to put out AAA games that cost hundreds of millions of dollars. I just think that we need, not like we, but publishers and developers need to take a closer look at games like Mafia, The Old Country, and realize that like this can still work if it's done right. It was clearly a lower budget game, but when people saw the gameplay and then they found out it was $50 and that it's a shorter single player game, they're like, okay, it all seems fair. It seems like you're going to get what you pay for. It's not a low quality game. It's not going to have the greatest graphics. Like it's not going to be cutting edge. It's going to be a fun single player, well made game, and it's not going to ask you for full price. And I think that it's just further proof this year that it can happen. I think a lot of times what people fail to realize is that it usually is down to the studios. We talk about publishers, and publishers are always seen as the big bad wolf. The publishers, the bad guys. But I think generally speaking, publishers usually let studios do what they want to do. Not all the time, not in every case. I'm not saying they don't, you know, force. There are instances where they kind of make demands, but generally speaking, it just seems like, I guess what I'm trying to say is like when a studio collapses and a studio fails, more often than not, it seems like it's a lot of it's on the studio itself, due to poor management. And frankly, just like a lot of times, they're just studios that are putting out not great games. But that's the thing is like, how does your game get noticed these days? Your game has to be more than good. Like just having a good game is not good enough. But you have so actually with me saying this, maybe I'm kind of on the opposite. Maybe I'm kind of contradicting myself a little bit because it's like, well, Mafia: The Old Country, I think that would be defined as just a good game. Not a great game, not an amazing game, just a good game, and that did well. I don't know. So maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it's just on a case by case basis, man. I mean, we see a lot of weird stuff in the industry. Some games get more criticism than others, even though they're practically the same. Some studios get more criticism than others for one reason or another. More publishers, certain publishers get breaks more so than others. Um, there's just a general constant bias at play in every situation. So I guess it's that has something to do with it as well. And Armani, you're saying, oh, wait, hold on, I missed Hanzo. I'm sorry, buddy. Your milestone chat. You're saying big blessings and salute to the community. Keep gaming, fam. As for Wolverine, I guess September 25th, 2026, though it could go to October, like his debut in Hulk. Mm. Yeah, I mean, some people still think that Hulk may make a bit of a cameo appearance in this game. That would be crazy. I'm not expecting that, but they did kind of tease that with the initial teaser trailer. An Order 1886 remake, Deadpool. And Armani says, I'm looking forward to Where the Winds Meet. Ah, yeah, I forgot about that game. That's coming out soon, right? On PS5. Hanzo says, we game, bros. You know what I'm playing right now? I'm playing I played Ghost of Yotei. I'm still chipping away at Ghost of Yotei. I'm making progress. I'm unlocking more trophies. I just haven't platinumed it yet, but I've also still been playing Plants vs Zombies. And let me tell you, I'm trying to get this trophy in Plants vs Zombies. There's a mode called Survival, and you just survive as many waves and as many rounds as you can. There was a trophy to survive 20 rounds, which I really struggled with, but I did it, and I'm like, thank God that's over. Then I found out there's a trophy. Actually, you have to survive 40 rounds, so you have to double it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious? And actually, I probably seem a little bit down today because I was playing it earlier, and I got to level 39. Or sorry, 38. I got to round 38, and I died. So you know, my dreams, my dreams, my soul was crushed in that moment. Set the tone for the rest of the day. But I'll keep trying. I mean, you get that close. I think I can do it. But I've been getting kind of addicted to Plants vs Zombies. It's a very addicting game. I do like my zombies. That is true. I was really pissed. I was really really pissed. Yeah, I was so pissed. I'm like I'm uninstalling this game. I'm never playing it again. That's how pissed I was. But I don't know. Like the gameplay formula of Plants vs Zombies is so good. It's really fun, and it can easily become addicting. So if you've never played it, I'd recommend. I'd say give it a shot. Don't know why they made the platinum so hard. Yeah, there's. I think I have about 50% of the trophies, and I think the one I'm trying to get now has to be the hardest one in the game. It has to be. Like if there's a trophy harder than this, then I'm gonna give up. Cause like this is really difficult. I mean, this is not easy. I'm gonna persist. I think it's also the problem too is there's a bit of RNG. So like when you are setting up a new survival round, you don't really it's just randomly generated. So like the reason why I ended up losing, I mean this is getting into the weeds of please no. I guess so, yeah. That's fine. Um why are you attacking Luna? Dude, you're making me mad, boss. Chill out. Sorry, boss is being ridiculous. Yeah, like Luna's not trying to battle. Luna's just trying to enter the room. and boss is getting all defensive and shit and territorial. Like, relax, man. You guys have been living together for like over a year. You think you'd be used to each other by now. He still hasn't accepted her. Um, but the reason why I ended up losing when I was on round 38, because again, I just needed to survive 2 more rounds. And it's like, well, dude, if you made it to round 38, if you know how Plants vs. Zombies is played, it's tower defense. So it's like if you made it 38 levels, you're pretty fortified, you know? But it just goes to show that it can fall apart immediately because what happened was because it's randomly generated, when I got to round 38, they're like, we're just going to spawn like 30 or 40, I think they call them digger zombies, where they dig underground and then they pop up at the very back where all your, so they're coming from the opposite side. And you have to have some kind of defensive play that can kill them from behind. And I did. I had a bunch of stuff set up, but they sent so many. They literally sent like 40. It just fucking ruined everything. It just destroyed it. And I'm like, bro, within 2 minutes after playing this for hours, it's gone. It's done. I should have been streaming it. I should stream it. Fuck it. I should stream it. That's what I should do. If we hit 50 members, I'll stream some Plants vs. Is that what you guys want to see? Is that what you want? I'm about to. I'm about to try it. Maybe I need the energy of the chat to help me get through this, because I'm feeling the itch. Like, that's the thing. Like, I feel like I've been challenged. I've been challenged, and I got like brutally defeated, and I'm like, no, I refuse to accept this. Carl, you're saying don't do it. Well, listen, if we hit our goal today, maybe I'll do a bonus PVZ stream. I mean, I've been wanting to stream some Plants vs. Zombies, but stream everything except Ghost of Yote. Give it up and move on. No, I can't, dude. That's the thing. I can't. Like, this is one of those things where I got so mad earlier. I got so mad that I yelled out loud. Like, Mrs. MBG was in the living room with me. I yelled out loud. I'm like, this is the dumbest shit I ever played. I'm never playing this again. I'm uninstalling this. This game is a disgrace. Like, I was going crazy. Just to, like, an hour later be like, maybe I got to tweak my strategy a little bit, though. But that's what happens to me, man. I get into these situations where I'm trophy hunting sometimes, and it's like a challenge presents itself to me. And there are times where I do give up, though. It's a coin flip. It's a coin flip. There are times where I give up and I'm like, I'm not doing this shit. And then I just don't. And I do let it go and I just walk away. And then there's other times where it's like it has a hook in me or something, where it's like, I can't let this go. I now have to figure this out. And in the case of Plants vs. Zombies, I have to figure this shit out. Have you ever played the Worms games? They're extremely frustrating but fun. I've seen gameplay of it. I never actually played them. Plants vs. Zombies is such a strange game for me because, like, I remember playing it on the 360 arcade. That's how I discovered it. I was just looking through the 360 arcade storefront or whatever, and I'm like, Plants vs. Zombies. Huh. And I wish I knew what compelled me to play it. I think it was just it's zombies. And I'm like, I like zombies. And I remember watching like a little video of it. I'm like, oh, this seems kind of cool. And so I bought it. I mean, it was like $20 or something. And I got helplessly addicted to it. And I'm like, dude, this is one of the greatest games I ever played. Like, what? I couldn't stop playing it. So it's got that kind of quality to it. And it's a tower defense game. And I was talking to you guys recently about how like I'm like, some days I'm just feeling like I don't want a game. Like I'm feeling like I'm falling out of gaming or like I need a break or something. And I think it's true. I think just some days my brain is just like, we don't, like, you're overstimulated. We don't want a game. But then there's other times like this where it's like, and just like that, like the flip of a switch, it's like, I want a game again. Like yesterday, that's all I did. I was expecting to wake up yesterday and I'm like, I'm not going to want to do anything regarding video games today. Instead, that's all I did. I played a shit ton of Ghost of Yotei, played a shit ton of Plants vs. Zombies, played a shit ton of Metal Gear. I got a couple things done too. I was somewhat productive outside of gaming, but I probably put like, no joke, like 7 or 8 hours into just playing games yesterday. And, and I thought I was just laughing to myself because I'm like, wasn't I just saying a couple days ago that like I don't want to play games anymore? It's just sometimes I don't know. I just fluctuate from day to day. Where I guess it depends on what mood you're in. But you have the Mastermind trophy for GTA Online. What's that require, Nick? I don't know what it is, but it sounds. I mean, if you're bragging about it, it must have been a nightmare. You forget. Well, in that case, maybe it's not that impressive. If you forgot what you had to do to get it, maybe it's best you forgot. It Yeah, it messed you up so bad. Your brain is blocking it out. It's like we don't want to go there again. Generic white male, you're saying you're trophy hunting MGS Delta. Not looking forward to getting the Foxhound title. It's actually not that bad. Generic white male. I will say like I had to watch a guide for it, but the most difficult part because the autosave feature in Metal Gear Delta is a lifesaver. Like, dude, it makes trying to get the Foxhound rank kind of, I don't want to say it doesn't make it easy mode, but it's super forgiving. In the original Metal Gear Solid 3, you couldn't do that. And in this, anytime you mess up, you can just reload your last save. But it's not too difficult. The most annoying parts are fighting the pain. He's literally a pain in the ass. Like, I mean, the pain is the first real boss battle, but is also like the most difficult. So I struggled with that in extreme difficulty. I struggled with the Grozny Grad escape. That one I had to look up a guide because there's like the last section before you go to the sewers where you have to throw you have like 3 stun grenades or something, and you have to throw them, or smoke grenades. And you have to throw them in these exact positions, and then you have to move at the exact right time because there's like 4 guards, and you have to like basically at least the guide I was watching like exploit the game a little bit. But I messed with it and I got it. And then outside of that, the only other really annoying thing I would say is probably when you're in the final section of the game and you're on the sidecar and you're going through each area while Eva's driving the motorcycle. You're gonna have to, probably reload that a bunch of times to hit those Caratons. But yeah, getting the platinum for Metal Gear Delta wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be. I was expecting it to be like way worse. So you should be okay. Bloodborne DLC trophy hunting was hard. Wolverine, you're saying you're going to start a new playthrough on Shadow of War. It's a game I rarely play after I beat it once. I played the first one, Shadow of Mordor. I do remember playing Shadow of War and not liking it. I don't remember buying it though. Was there like a demo for it or something? It felt too different. I remember I felt really turned off by it when I heard it had loot boxes in it. Do you guys remember that shit? Oh my god. That was some of the worst shit, that we've ever seen in gaming. You remember when publishers were like, "We're going to put loot boxes in single player fucking games." It's like, maybe battle passes aren't so bad anymore. Maybe these live service battle passes aren't so bad when you compare it to what these motherfuckers were trying to do before. Now the studio is gone, unfortunately. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I forget that. Monolith, right? They were talented, man. They were trying to make a Wonder Woman game, and it got canceled, and the studio shuttered. You almost have the platinum for Hogwarts Legacy. You just have to play the beginning with 2 more houses. Good stuff, Johnny Gaming. Put trophies in loot boxes, you say, Carl? He's a madman. I'm sorry, Irfan. I think it's like the first time I swore all stream, too. You only bought it after they stripped them out, and it was like 80% off. Oh wait, yeah, Titus, did they remove them? Didn't they get like mass backlash and then they removed them retroactively or something? God, see, it's stuff like that where you can see how bad publishers can really be. Yeah, I remember the backlash being. I'll never forget EA with Battlefront 2, dude. That was like that was the an inflection point. That was the straw that broke the camel's back for real. I remember, people were super excited for Star Wars Battlefront 2, and then they found out that like unlocking the heroes was like basically pay to win, and it was just over. And it was necessary. Like that needed to happen. The example needed to be made. The publishers had to find out, so where's the line and when do we cross it? And Battlefront 2, EA was like, we got this, Isn't it Black Ops 7? Wait, Hanzo, what are you talking about? I'm not going to be playing Black Ops. Yeah, I'm passing on it. I played Black Ops 6 for a long time, too long. And I was excited for Black Ops 6 last year because I'm like, well, I'm kind of a sucker for the Treyarch games, and I like the 90s, era. It feels like nostalgic, and I'm like, okay, I'll play Black Ops 6. And Black Ops 6 was good. I have no interest in Black Ops 7, man. Like I've actually tried to like look it over a couple times, and I'm like, maybe I can get excited for it or something. And I'm like, I'm gonna save my money, like I'm gonna put it towards something else at some point because I'm not even, and I'm not a Call of Duty hater. You guys know that, but I would be more likely. Well, no, I'm not gonna keep playing Black Ops 6 either. I'm pretty much. I don't know, man. Um, I feel. You know what I feel like I want to do? You know what I feel like I want to do? I feel like I want to try the game Delta Force, because did you see that they announced a Metal Gear Solid collaboration? I'm like, bro, I was not interested in this game. Then I see they're doing a Metal Gear Solid collab, and I'm like, play Arc again, dude. I've watched more gameplay, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand the gameplay loop. Like, not loop. I understand the loop, but like, what is it that's hooking people to this game? Because it's one of these things where it's like, I'm not. There's a disconnect, man. Like, I don't. I'm confused. And like eventually I'll probably try Marathon, but I'm assuming it's gonna must probably gonna be the same thing because it's an Arc Raiders are so good. Still playing Dead by Daylight? No. I actually tried to go back like a week or two ago and play some Dead by Daylight, and I realized, like, how there's just, have you ever went back to a game that you put like 1,000 or more hours into? You put so much time into it, and you get back into it. It's like riding a bike, but you just know, like, I'm done. You just like you've extracted every possible thing you could out of it, you know? And because of that, it's not that you don't like it, but it's like I've gotten my fill. I'm good. Dead by Daylight would have to do something big to bring me back. I don't know what they could do. If they bring like Arnold in or some shit as the Terminator, oh, I'll fucking be there. I will be there, bro, and I will buy everything. But if until they do something like that, I went back and I tried to play, and I'm like, it's still a good game, but I've moved on. Bring in the Concord characters. Will, you're saying it's boring MBG? It's for pack rats who grab a bunch of sandwiches in Starfield and fill a shit pub with them. What, dude? What? That's the craziest description I've heard for Arc Raiders so far. The world they have crafted in Arc is like nothing anybody has seen or made. saying it's stuff to make guns, upgrades, and so many things. You'll understand when you start watching it, man. Trust me. I heard that apparently it's becoming more and more common in this game for people not to fight each other. They're just worried about fighting the AI and stuff and getting out with their loot. It's pretty interesting. Mr. B, have been enjoying Battlefield 6. I was playing it for a little while and then I fell off. I'll probably, I mean, at some point I'll probably get back to it. No, I tried playing Arc Raiders during the beta and I couldn't get into it. That's only in solos. I didn't even know they had solos. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok released 3 years ago today. We don't mention Concord in these parts. In trios, everyone shoots on sight a lot of the time. Watch some of the streamers go around killing people for fun. Um, well, yeah, I mean, I again when I played of Arc Raiders, I'm like I there's a lot about it that I'm like I could detect like this could be a big multiplayer game, but I also just kind of accepted after my time playing it that like I don't have any desire to continue playing it. It's not scratching that itch for me. Um, but I remember walking away from it feeling like I could see this being successful. I didn't think it was gonna be this successful though. I mean, this seems like it's basically turning into like the next big thing. Which again, if you're Sony and Bungie, you are absolutely punching air right now. It's more of a PC game, you think? You think if I stream it with some friends, it'd be much better? I saw that Shroud was saying Arc Raiders is game of the year. Titus, you knew from the first 10 minutes you played it. That's always a cool. I miss that, man. I wish I could have that again. It's been too long. I know the exact feeling you're talking about. Like when you pick up a game, specifically a multiplayer game. I mean, the same applies to single player games, but you pick up a multiplayer game for the first time and it's just poking something in your brain. You know, it's stimulating something in your brain and you like instantly feel it. It's like a drug, you know. That for me, the last time I felt that was in a multiplayer game was maybe Helldivers. I don't know. Helldivers never did that to me. Like Helldivers was just really damn fun. But I'm talking like the last game that I played that I was like, "Oh, this is like a drug. Like I'm going to get severely addicted to this game." Had to have been honestly Dead by Daylight, dude. And that it's been a long time, but that I remember how that game made me feel because I'll never forget how like I had no interest in playing it. I'm like, this is stupid. I didn't think it was stupid, but I remember like one of my friends was like, try it out, man. You know, like just try it a couple times. And I really didn't want to. But I think like, Mrs. MBG like encouraged me. She's like, no, give it a shot. It seems kind of cool. I'm like, all right. So I download it and I'm like, all right, I want to play as killer. That seems kind of cool. And within like my first two matches, I was just like, uh this is bad. Like this is good, but it's bad that it's this good. And the rest is history. I have like I think when I have to double check, but the last time I looked at I think I have like 1,600 hours in it or something. It's something fucking ridiculous where it's like, yeah, I got helplessly addicted to that game. But that's why it's so funny that like to go from that to now when I boot it up, I'm like, I don't really feel anything anymore. I have Battlefield 6 installed. I have about like 30 hours in it. I still haven't played the single player. I have no desire to play the campaign in Battlefield 6, but I've been I've been not playing it for like the past week and a half, 2 weeks. So I got to get on it. But I was enjoying my time with it. It's like the arc is like The Last of Us with robots. MBG will love it. Wolverine, lots of content creators have encouraged their audiences to vote for games in the past. Oh, you're talking about what Shroud was doing? Yeah, I mean, that's not really unusual. Hold on. Yeah, right. At least I tried it, Titus. At least I tried it. Angry Well Watcher, you don't like first person shooters. You have billions of hours in GT7, but you never touched the online bit yet. Well, when it comes to Helldivers, when I played that, Helldivers was one of those multiplayer experiences where I put, I think, like 110 hours into it. I got the platinum, and I felt like I had gotten everything out of it. And then it got like some major updates, and I went back to it a couple times. But every time I went back to it, I'm like, it's not scratching the itch. Like I got to the point where I am with Dead by Daylight now. I got to that point with Helldivers like very quickly, like within probably 2 months. And that's what's, interesting. Right now I'm playing multiplayer wise, I've been playing the Metal Gear Fox Hunt game mode, and this game is kind of scratching an itch, and I'm still enjoying it, but it's also pissing me off a lot. And it's also depressing me because it seems like people aren't playing it, or it seems like it's going to die very soon. And so I'm like, I'm just trying to get what I can out of it. So let me see. When I platinumed Metal Gear Solid Delta, it said I had 50 hours, 51 hours played. I checked my hour count um again, I think yesterday, and I think it says I'm at like 78 hours now or something. So it gives you an idea of like how much time I put into that multiplayer. I'm level like 51 or 2. And I don't know, I guess I'm trying to get my time in with this game cuz like I feel pretty certain that this Fox Hunt multiplayer is going to be dead in a couple weeks if Konami doesn't do something. Konami's going to need to do crossplay. They're going to have a couple updates. Then maybe it'll rejuvenate the player base and keep it going. But as things look right now, or as they stand right now, it's looking like this game has a finite playtime. Where the servers won't necessarily get shut down, but you're just not going to be able to find people to play. Hey, stop that! You're being bad, dude. Stop it. He's like biting my stuff over here. Like, come on, bro. Guys, yeah, if you want to support the channel, consider dropping some member gifts. Michael Wernick dropped 10 for you. If we hit 25, so we're 15 away, but if we hit 25, maybe this guy will stop annoying me so much. They should have they should have done Metal Gear Solid Online. That's what people want to know. Well, I think they're going to eventually. Like they basically said that this is like the way that they worded it is like if this goes well for them, they might do like a proper Metal Gear Online. And so it's like, well, I don't know what like what threshold has to be met with this game to consider it a success. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I don't mean to make it sound like the game is not dead. Fox Hunt multiplayer is not dead. I still find matches every time I go to play. I find matches, but I do notice I run into a lot of the same people. For example, like there was this one person that the last stream I did playing Fox Hunt multiplayer, they were in my stream. or like they join my private match, I run into that person like somewhat often, and I'm just like, dude, like, what is the player base on this? It's got to be like 100 people, yeah, 226 people. I mean, yeah, it seems to not be doing well. You may have to worry. Oh, I know, I am worried. But dude, there's also just there's so much like I enjoy. So I was playing Fox Hunt yesterday with my friend Brown Sugar, and we played 6 matches. We won 4 out of 6. I'm like, damn, feels pretty good. But it doesn't change the fact that the amount of bullshit in this game, dude. Oh, only in a Metal Gear multiplayer. I love it. I love it and I hate it. I hate to love it. Unleash the beast, guys. Boss wants his treats. Well, he's gonna have to chill out. Oh, he is now. Jeez, he's looking huge. Jesus. Oh my god, boss, you're not getting treats. Why do you look that fat, dude? Normally I don't notice, but Jesus, man. We are gonna have to lay off the treats after. Like, I'm gonna have to put this boy on a diet. Look at you. He's getting too big. This is too much. Turning the pinhead over there, bro. It's because people are playing TikTok. Yeah, yeah. TikTok is what it's really in competition with. All right. So guys, I wanted to just let you know to talk about the PlayStation Portal for a moment here. I came across this on Twitter. Zubitech reports that PlayStation Portal is now selling out in Japan, and there was a tweet translated from Gust fan that was originally in Japanese, but it was translated. It says due to the update's impact, the PlayStation Portal stock is decreasing at Yodobashi camera stores nationwide. Some stores are already sold out. Amazon stock available. However, when I checked yesterday, the number of purchases in the past month was 700 units, but it's increased significantly since then. So I've been noticing this. It seems like this update that Sony put out, I don't think it's like making them skyrocket. At least in Japan, it's starting to sell out in some places, which is a good sign because I think that's where Sony probably wants to sell these things. But yeah, I mean, I've seen multiple people on my channel here say that they've went out and bought PlayStation Portals due to this update. A lot of you guys have been encouraging me to do so. I don't know if he's still here, but even Johnny Gaming, he was saying earlier that he went out and bought a Portal last night. So what I want to know is if there's somebody out there who bought a Portal, um, but doesn't own a PS5. That's what I want to know. Is there anybody who bought a Portal but doesn't own a PS5? And they just want to use the Portal as their means to play PlayStation games. Can't imagine anybody would do that, but all the Sony hardware is cheaper in Japan because they don't get the tariff bump. Try to wait for a Black Friday deal. Also, Switch 2 has already apparently got to 12.5 million after the 10 million announcement the other day. Jesus. How? How? I don't understand. 12.5 million. You sold your only TV and then you bought a PS5. Damn, Carl. I had to have a portal from the start, Ray. Nintendo has 40 years of gaming, ABG. They make fun games that generations buy. 40 years. Well, Naughty Dog's been around for 40 years. What's going on with them? I still can't believe that. Like, that doesn't seem real to me. Naughty Dog, 40 years? Bro, what? Are you good? Well, get this out of here. Oh, by the way, yeah, there was another report here that I covered this in my video today too. Marvel says they're going to continue to collaborate with Insomniac for many years to come. So, buckle up. X-Men games are coming. Venom. No, Xbox and PlayStation need now, I guess. Dude, did you guys see? Listen, I saw this floating around and I'm like, I refuse to believe this until we get some kind of verification. So I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying it's true. But holy shit, if it's true. Like, if it's true, I saw a number floating around today. Again, unverified. I want to emphasize that because I'm not trying to make it seem like we're learning some kind of crazy information. We have no idea. But it's a number so absurd that it's like it can't be true. I saw a number. I saw it being claimed. Yeah, hotshot that the Xbox ROG Ally X sold 70,000 units. And I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like there's just no way, dude. Like I will not believe that until we get that confirmed because that's not that just can't be. That cannot be, dude. Like don't get me wrong, I know it's not going to do big numbers. I know it's not going to be a huge success, but like not like 70K? No. No, no, no. And you know what's interesting? They also the same person, again, I don't know if this person I don't know if they're credible or not, man. So I'm not gonna assume it's true, but they also claim that Xbox consoles have sold less than 2 million in total for the entire year. Now that I actually believe, which is fucking wild. Like if these numbers are true, bro, things are so much worse than we could have imagined. Well, Titus, I think the person who revealed that 12.5 million number for Switch, I think that is an insider or so. I don't know. I saw it on the Gaming Leaks Rumor subreddit, but I don't know if people can verify if that person is. Yeah, but I believe it just because it's like, of course they would sell that many. They're already breaking records, so let's see. It says the Switch 2 as of September 30th has sold 10.36 million. So the idea is, yeah, it says here, so this is on Nintendo Switch 2 subreddit. The Switch 2 has already sold 12 million units. Nate the Hate chimed in and said he thinks these numbers are realistic. Hold on. What? Paul Gale says, as we head into the weekend, here's some exciting news. 12 million Nintendo Switch 2 units have been sold worldwide. Great numbers ahead of Black Friday. And then Nate the Hate chimed in and said he thinks those numbers are realistic. So that's crazy. Why is it surprising? We know they went out of hardware and have done what they can to turn buyers. Yeah, yeah. I guess I don't know. Like the if the numbers for Xbox that I read are true, if they sold less than 2 million units this year, that wouldn't shock me because it's like, dude, I've been looking at their reports and they're like -30%, -25%, -30%, and it's all like after the next baseline, you know. So it's clear they're like collapsing. You know, they've been collapsing. To me, the much more shocking number is the ROG Ally X. Like there's dude, there's no way that thing only sold 70K. That's fucking like as Irfan put it, like that is horrific, dude. Like that is like why did you make this thing? Because that's bad, 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 bad. Those are numbers so bad that like I can't believe them until we get verification. Because to me, what would be so shocking about that is that would prove like definitively. That would be definitive proof if true that like the marketing of some of these products and the way they're talked about online versus like how they're like what's actually happening, the disconnect is far greater than I could have ever imagined. Because that's crazy. Like that's crazy, dude. But maybe it's possible. I mean, I know it's expensive and a lot of people are like, I don't know if I have use for this, but I mean, fuck man, like we look at these niche expensive handhelds and they're not doing massive numbers. They're not doing like tens of millions. But they're not doing like 70K, bro. Like they're not doing 50K. Numbers that small. It's like what are we doing here? Why did you make this? Who is this for? But we'll see. We might never get the numbers. Titus, you're saying I won't buy a thing from Microsoft or on the Microsoft store. Not a chance. Mm. I'm just waiting to hear about State of Decay 3, bro. like that's like there's all this shit that's been going on with Xbox the past month or two, and I'm just like, can I just get an update on State of Decay? I just really gotta know what's going on. Like, can they just sell Undead Labs to Sony or something? Like, I'm at this point. I want this. I want to see this game. Hold on one sec. It's decaying. I will not accept it. I will not accept that trash game is not getting made. Dude, it's got to be almost done. The only way I could see State of Decay 3 getting canceled is if they made like no progress because it's been many years. It's been many, many years. And this game was announced like years ago. So it might be one of these things where it's like if it's almost done, just it might be worth just getting it out the door, you know? But then again, I think Fable's been in development for just as long. And yeah, that seems to keep getting pushed back as well. MVG, for the price of one ROG Ally, you can buy 4 PS portals and still have enough to get those 4 portals, 3 months of PS Plus Premium. That's crazy, dude, to think about. Yeah. I'm going to buy 4 PlayStation portals and I'm going to tape them together and have 1 mega PlayStation portal. Seriously, even without the console war stuff, I genuinely don't trust Microsoft to say anything one day and be consistent 4 months later. I mean, yeah, I've I reached that point as well with Microsoft, man, and I think a lot of people have, where it's just like, I mean, not to be rude about it, but I feel like the only people who are left really, I mean, truly supporting Microsoft, not, like, of course, maybe you engage with their products here and there, but I mean, like the supporters. I think it's safe to say that the only people left truly supporting Microsoft, it's clear that like the message is like you can do anything, like you can literally do anything. We'll be here. And yeah, people that's true too. People with game libraries. That's you're right. That's like the one thing that is probably being held against those players. And that could be, yeah, because the more I think about it, how many people are really like that willingly? Like you could do anything, and I'll just continue to be here. I don't think there's many people actually like that. But yeah, if you have like hundreds of games that you bought, that's a pretty good reason to be like, I don't want to go if I really don't have to. Um, I miss the good old days when Phil said, "Wait for the next E3." Dude, the funniest one of the funniest things ever for Xbox is I'm more excited about the games we didn't show. I mean, that's gotta be like in the top 3 of just wild quotes from Phil Spencer. Was it Phil that said that? It had to have been Phil that said that. That was a good one, dude. That one's so funny because it seems like it's an like it's an inside joke or some shit. But it's not. It's like it's dead serious. It's like, no, I am more excited for the games we did not show. And then it's just like, well, why didn't you show them then? It's like, because I'm excited to show them next year, bitch. Don't you understand what I'm saying? I do miss those days. Those were the good days, the good old days. I mean, I remember this year, dude, when I was watching Microsoft's. I didn't watch the whole conference, but when I saw that the conference ended with Call of Duty, I laughed out loud. I did. Like I understand. Like I don't blame Microsoft. It's like, bro, Call of Duty's your big thing now. But I remember when I was watching the trailer, I'm like, oh, this seems different. And it's like Call of Duty. And I'm like, what? That was crazy to me. That was their one more thing moment. Okay. You know what, boss? Dude, I'm telling you, me and boss are going to go at it, man. Stop it. Like, I know you guys can't see what he's doing over here. He's like biting all my shit. He's trying to bite my PlayStation? What are you, an Xbox fanboy? He doesn't like what I'm saying. I'm gonna freak out with these cats. Give me one more second. Hold on. Boss, I'm gonna beat your ass. Really? He'll run away over that, dude. It's a fluffy ass pillow. Come lay on it. And Hellbound 1981, he's like, yes, beat his ass. Beat his ass with that pillow. Saying your cat really loves you, most would hit back. I mean, he does. Don't let him fool you. Hellbound, thank you so much for 5 more member gifts, bro. That brings us up to 15. We're 10 away. 10 bomb does it, and he'll get his treats. Don't let Hellbound down. Got a legend out here trying to help you guys. Trust me, boss, he does swipe at me sometimes. Not often, but he'll bite me. Not hard, but kind of like a warning bite, like, bitch, you better leave me alone. Usually if he's like laying down and I'm like messing with him a little bit. But dude, boss, listen, man. We need 10 more membership gifts, okay? I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. We got to make this happen, guys. We need 10 more. What's funny is PlayStation cloud streaming is better than that of Xbox. Okay, you're going to knock. Good faith gesture. And also, I just can't take it anymore. Bunch of Elder Scrolls 6 leaks on Gaming Leaks. It's from 4chan, so probably not legit, though. Did it say anything, like, significant? I'm just giving him some treats now. This is Hellbound. This is because you dropped 5. Michael dropped 10. I'm doing this in good faith that we'll hit our goal today. Okay. I know it's slow going here, but I mean, is there anything like in that leak that is surprising? I should say, because I don't know, man. I'm not really interested in the Elder Scrolls 6. Lama, you're saying, hello, MBG. I can say that there are 3 games from Microsoft we won't see on PlayStation in the future: Fallout 5, Fallout New Vegas 2, and Elder Scrolls 6. Nah, bro. Lama, that ain't true, man. I refuse to believe that. Elder Scrolls 6, there ain't no way Elder Scrolls 6 ain't coming to PS5. And I say that as somebody who doesn't care. You know what? They could. They could use it to sell Xbox magnets. Phil's gonna come out and be like, I'm here to reveal the Xbox. Why am I don't want to talk like Mike Tyson. We got Phil Spencer out here like Mike Tyson. He's gonna be like, I'm excited to announce the world's most powerful console, PC, Xbox Magnanus. I don't know. It will be $1,000 and it will come exclusively with the Elder Scrolls 6. I mean, Jesus. Why does that sound like it could almost work? Why does that almost sound like it could work, dude? Xbox Magnanus. Xbox Big Anus. It's gonna have a shitty ass name, that's for sure. I mean, you know what they should do? They should just name it Xbox. That's it, just Xbox. They won't do that, but I think that's the play. Just name it Xbox. You could kind of reboot it, you know? Burson Global takes care of Xbox business in Europe. That's where my sources comes from. I mean, that would be a major pivot, man. MBG, that Xbox advert was so bad. Shipnal? What? Wait, what? Shipnal? Hanzo. You're concerning me, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Just name it Game Pass. Oh. Oh shit. I'm stupid. No. Yeah, I guess that is how that wasn't registering in my brain, dude. Like that, I guess that is how you would spell spinal. Gonna have Phil Spencer coming out. I broke my Xbox. My Xbox is broken. Spinal. Hiroki Totoki. What am I even doing, dude? Oh my god. I'm just thinking about Plants vs. Zombies. That's what I'm doing right now. Almost all exclusives will come to PS5. But if you actually believe the Elder Scrolls 6 is coming to PS5, no, they're banking on Game Pass for that. I mean, I will say that it is strange to me that Starfield still hasn't come to PlayStation. Just because, I mean, you're getting games like Halo and Gears and Forza, but like Starfield, nah. Although the rumor is that Starfield is going to be coming spring next year to PS5. So I'll tell you this, Lawman, if Starfield comes to PS5 next year, I would say to me that would be kind of confirmation that Elder Scrolls 6 is coming day one to PS5. You're shocked that WoW has 9 million players in 2025? Wow. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is crazy. It's also interesting that WoW never came to console. Lady Gamer, you're enjoying Astro's Playroom. It is really fun. You would just do the silly Xbox voice. Well, what kind of silly Xbox voice? I don't know. Yo, I gotta ask you guys real quick. Did anybody watch the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame last night? I don't normally watch it, but I decided to watch it last night because Soundgarden was getting inducted, and they had Jim Carrey induct, also with Chris Cornell's daughter, which was cool. But Jim Carrey and Chris Cornell's daughter induct them into the Hall of Fame. It was really good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I was a little bit nervous about Jim Carrey being the one doing it, but he fucking nailed it, dude. I love Jim Carrey. That was so cool to see that. And they played Black Hole Sun. They played Rusty Cage. And then Chris Cornell's daughter sang her own version of Fell on Black Days as a tribute to Chris Cornell. I'm like, that's so cool. So they did a good job. And it was really cool, man. It was really, really cool. And it also it's bittersweet. You know, yeah. I get, dude, she was singing Fell on Black Days and it sounded amazing. Like she had an incredible voice. She looks like her dad too. I'm like, dude, this is awesome. It was emotional though. You know, it's definitely emotional. But I mean, even Jim Carrey seemed like he was holding back tears a little bit. I'm like, this is it is bittersweet, you know? I'm like, shit, man. It's so fucking cool seeing them get inducted. So sad that Chris Cornell passed away, but seeing the tributes is really nice. They had Jerry Cantrell up there playing, Mike McCready. I'm like, this is so fucking cool. Like, shit. They also inducted Outkast right before Soundgarden, and they also inducted the White Stripes as well. So it was it was an interesting show. And King Xanarkin Blitzer says X-Men greater than Xbox. Also Magneter. Magneter. Xanarkin, I'm so sorry. Magneto. Master of magnetism. Greater than Xbox Magnus. Magneter. I mean, dude, that could have sounded a lot worse. Like that almost went in a direction, and it would have been bad. Xanarkin, I agree. X-Men greater than Xbox. Introducing Xbox Mega Anus. Oh, Denzel Washington as Magneto. Yo, he'd be a crazy Magneto. Actually, I think we're gonna see Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen one last time in Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday. Right? They're gonna reprise their roles for the last time. That's gonna be tough, man. I grew up with them as Magneto and Professor X. I remember I saw the first X-Men movie in the theaters with my parents. You'll take anyone over Patrick Stewart. How many times is bro going to die and come back? Dude, I mean, I totally understand that. I still maintain that Logan is by far and away like the best superhero movie. Like Logan is the best in my opinion. It was kind of tough with Deadpool and Wolverine, like how but you ended it so well. But yeah, Logan was fucking awesome. Yeah, I mean they went, in the direction of the multiverse, but I really enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine too. The I don't know, man. I just feel like Hugh Jackman, he is so good at playing Wolverine, and it was cool to see. It was cool to see like a much more grounded and gritty take, and a depressing take. It was, it was kind of a depressing movie, but just I don't know. That was cool, man. I really enjoyed that. But I enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine as well. I like Logan the best though. James McAvoy. Oh yeah, dude, he did great as a young Charles Xavier. Michael Fassbender. Yeah, they were great. They were great too, man. It's a shame that what they were doing with X-Men with the Fox universe, it's a shame that it kind of fell apart the way it did, but they had some good stuff going. Oh yeah, Toby, Spider-Man 1 and 2 were up there. Apparently, apparently Tobey Maguire's going to he's going to reprise his role as Spider-Man in one of the upcoming Avengers movies as well. He's going to have like a major role. So the Avengers movies, like I'm not super into Marvel these days. Like I don't follow it that closely, but I try to keep up to a certain degree. And like with the upcoming Avengers movies, I'm like, yeah, like I didn't watch the Fantastic Four movie. Like this is stuff that I'm just kind of passing on a little bit. I don't know why. Like maybe I'll just catch up with it at some point. But when the new Avengers movies comes out, I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to check this shit out because the the amount of like cameos alone, I'm not gonna lie, it's just like you got me, you 100% got me. They made Amazing Young X-Men, and the next one was bad somehow. No idea why. Hugh Jackman passed on the role taken by Johnny Depp for Day Drinker. That movie is an action supernatural movie which Depp would play a human/werewolf. The Nolan trilogy, excuse me, is the greatest. Yeah, dude. It's funny because like The Dark Knight, I mean that's the one, right? But I remember like growing up, I was really into Batman. I remember watching the Batman animated show, and I was like enthralled with Batman. But my dad really liked Batman too, and I remember when the first Christopher Nolan Batman movie was like announced and coming out. I think it was like summer 2005. My dad was hyped for it, but I like wasn't really paying much attention to it. I remember my dad was hyped for it. He got like merch for it and stuff, and I ended up watching. I'm like, yo, that was awesome. Um, and then The Dark Knight came out, and I mean that was just like holy shit, bro. But then I went to the midnight screening of the Dark Knight Rises, and it's so funny because like I see these clips pop up sometimes for the Dark Knight Rises specifically about how like some things in that movie were not very good, like with extras in the background and shit. I'm like, oh, I never noticed that, but now that I've seen it, it's like oof. But I still thought the one thing that always killed me about the Dark Knight Rises is like the dynamic between Batman and Bane. I love Tom Hardy as Bane. I wish we could have got more there. They had like two like confrontations and both felt too short lived. But I remember the first time I was in the theater watching that scene where, you know, Batman and Bane are fighting in like the sewer. I'm like, this shit's amazing. Yeah, and the voice he does for Bane, incredible. Yeah. I mean, it's because everybody focuses on the Joker with Heath Ledger, which I mean, yeah, you can't surpass that. I mean, he did a phenomenal job. Obviously, it goes without saying for the Joker, but I do think it kind of overshadows how good of a job Tom Hardy did with Bane as well. I think he did a great job. But they were good. Yeah, and the ending of that trilogy was good. I remember a while ago when WB was trying to get the Zack Snyder verse, when they were still trying to do that thing and they were all in with it. I remember reading that they offered Christian Bale $50 million to come back as Batman, and Christian Bale was just like, I'm good. But that's crazy. Like, you could tell how much they wanted to get Christian Bale back as Batman. And I do wonder how that would have maybe changed things, but maybe he made the right move. I thought Ben Affleck's Batman was good, but a lot of people, thought that it was too, it like wasn't, he was too like Punisher like or whatever. But I'm like, I don't know, man. I thought Ben Affleck's Batman was pretty badass. Dude, I saw that Capcom lawyer. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm wondering what's gonna happen there. Dude, yeah, Batman Begins is a really good movie. I think, yeah, Christian Bale, he played a great Batman and a great Bruce Wayne. I love Christian Bale. Heath Ledger was so good as the Joker that any villain in comic movies will be compared to him, and none have surpassed him. Dude, that's why it was so funny to see Jared Leto's Joker. I mean, oh God, yeah, you got to wonder why Jared Leto took. What's going on with Jared Leto, guys? Like, you see how there's like, he seems to be just on a tear of just destroying movie franchises. But yeah, his Joker was not received well. Jack Nicholson's Joker was really good too. I mean, Jack Nicholson, he felt. What's interesting about Jack Nicholson as the Joker is it feels like he didn't have to act. You know, like I think he was the original in the movies anyway. But it's Morbin time. Yeah, Heath Ledger though, man. I mean, it's one of those things where I don't know how you surpass what he did with the Joker, because that was one of those instances where it almost seemed like he was like the lines were getting blurred a little bit, where it's like, oh man, if the stories about how he prepared to play this role were true, it's like, damn, dude. Jack's Joker was taken from the older Batman comics, not the newer ones. Yeah, my favorite Joker is Jared Leto with the face tattoo that says damaged. Just in case you didn't know what's wrong with this guy. It's right there. I'm curious to see what we get next. I mean, when we talk about Joker, I feel like the movie Joker from 2019, I feel like Joaquin Phoenix did a great job in like not trying to outdo Heath Ledger's Joker, because I think he understood you're not going to be able to do that, but kind of making a different version that can be his own. And the original Joker movie was fantastic. It was so damn good. What the fuck happened in the sequel? Like, did anybody here see the sequel? I couldn't believe it. Like, when I'll never forget how when I heard about the sequel, Joker 2, and I heard it's going to be a musical and Lady Gaga's in it, I'm like, that's going to be awful. Like, just, I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm not trying to be that guy that's like, I hate musicals, but I'm just like that. Like, are we talking about the same Joker? You know what I mean? Like, I watched Joker 1. I don't know. There was like some conversation about how apparently Todd Phillips like didn't want to make it or some shit, or want to. It's basically like a big fuck you to WB and certain fans or whatever. I don't know. You saw it and it was forgettable. Not bad though. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't watched it myself, so I'm going based off of everything I've heard and clips that I've seen. But I just, yeah, I don't know. I enjoyed the Joker one so much, but every trailer I saw of the sequel, I'm like, I'm good. Like, I can't watch this. I don't mind musicals necessarily. It's just, to me, to make a sequel and make it a musical is wild. And I know that like music was heavily involved in the Joker one, but it's like, I don't think that means make it a musical, bro. Like, he made the sequel to mock the Joker 1 fans because people took the Joker's side in Joker 1 and didn't see what the movie was trying to say about society. Oh. That's true too. Yeah. It is interesting. Yeah, I mean, a movie like the Joker, I recall that like people were like, yeah, like I'm on his side. It's like, well, mm, it's not, not sure that that's what we're looking to achieve here. It's a social experiment. When the director doesn't want to make a film, believe him. Remember The Hobbit? Peter Jackson didn't want to make the trilogy either. I never saw The Hobbit. I never watched it. Never had any interest in it. I don't know why. The only thing I remember about The Hobbit is like people basically like, yeah, like it's not as good as the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I'm one of the lucky ones. Dodged a bullet there. Del Toro was meant to make The Hobbit. Well, these days I hardly pay attention to like what's going on with Lord of the Rings, only because like Amazon's doing shows and stuff, and all I see is stuff pop up about how horrible it is, and I'm like, I don't know if it is or not, but it just kind of makes me glad. Like I kind of like lost interest, it fell out of it. Too many people are angry at the world, says Matt. I grew up in with musicals thanks to Disney. Spartan, you love those movies. You love the Hobbit movies. Would that be considered an unpopular opinion? I don't know. I have no idea. I literally don't know anything about the Hobbit movies. Weren't they filmed differently or something though? Wasn't it like at 60 frames per second or some shit? And people were like weirded out by it because it's like it's so smooth. Looks like a soap opera or something. Or am I making that up? 48 frames. Wait, 48 frames per second. Wait, why 48? You once downloaded the wrong Hobbit movie? Hanzo, I'm not going to inquire further, man. There was an article the other day about the Lord of the Rings and how they are racist and should not be shown in film schools. What? Bro, what? The fuck? How? You know what? I don't even care. Don't even answer that. It doesn't matter. That's some nonsense, dude. Here's my question. My question is, has there been any word on Viggo Mortensen returning to reprise his role as Aragorn at any point? Because I'll tell you what, if they get Viggo back, they'll get me back. I'm a Viggo Mortensen fan, and I loved him as Aragorn. So if they bring him back, where's the God of War movies? They're making them, or they're making a show, not movies. They're making a Amazon show. Wait, Titus, are you serious? Because I can't, like, I'm assuming you are. They're making it now. Taming of Schmeagol. Is that how you say his name? Schmeagol? Schmeagol. Hold on, let me see. I believe you. I'm gonna look into this. Returning. Oh shit. Okay, well I will fucking be there. Dude, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Says yes, Viggo Mortensen is reportedly returning to the role of Aragorn in the upcoming film Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum. While his participation is not yet officially confirmed, he has expressed interest and is expected to be involved in the new project, which is scheduled to release December 2027. Damn. Viggo Mortensen is like one of the best actors, dude. Like he's one of the best actors. Every film I've seen him in is like fucking. He's just like top tier. History of Violence. I remember that movie. That was a good movie. History of Violence. Who wants to watch a movie about Gollum though? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on. I don't know. I mean, well, I'm confused because like it says. Wait, why? YouTube is asking, help us improve creator monetization during live streams. Oh, hold on. I just got a pop up from YouTube. Show question. It says, we noticed you may not be using automated live ads. What factors contribute to this choice? Mark all that apply. I want less intrusive live ads. Well, yeah, I'll click that. I'm competing with other ad-free channels. Well, that's true too. I don't make enough money from live ads. I mean, that's probably true. That has to be true. I mean, the ad revenue on streams is like nothing. I prefer to monetize my live streams in other ways. I guess I could click that too. I did not know about this feature. No, I knew about it. I'm worried about my viewers leaving the stream. Well, there's that too. Well, there we go. I submitted that to YouTube, guys. Oh, God. Laman, a member for 22 months, says, MBG, please check out now the 2-minute trailer for Merlin version Pendragon Circle by Daily Wire. That one's going to be massive. And Digital Dude says, answer my question. Wait, hold on. Getting overwhelmed. I'm choking. Merlin. Laman, what is this called? You're saying Merlin version Pendragon. Pendragon Cycle. Cycle. Oh, okay, Pendragon Cycle Fantasy Series. Says the Merlin Pendragon Cycle new live action fantasy series from the Daily Wire. It's called the Pendragon Cycle Rise of the Merlin. Okay. It's based on Stephen R. Lawhead's book series and is set in Roman-occupied Britain, telling a version of the Arthurian legend. Series is scheduled to premiere January 22nd, 2026. Huh. I never heard of this. And Digital Dude, it blocked your message, Digital Dude. Digital Dude says, MBG, would you rather suck dirty would you rather suck dirty toes in exchange for $1 million or chew glass for a Bloodborne remake? What the Digital Dude? What do you think, bro? Like, is that even a question? I'm eating glass all day. I'm just kidding. Would I rather eat glass for a Bloodborne remake? What's going on in your head, Digital Dude? I gotta know what's going on in your mind that you hop into my stream and you're like, I got one. I'm telling you, man, you remind me of my cousin so much in that way. My late cousin. He would always do that shit too. He would ask the craziest questions like that. Out of nowhere. He would just hop into a party chat and ask the wildest shit. Like, would you rather? And it's just like, bro, I'm just trying to play my game, man. Like, why are you making me think about this shit? Like, what's wrong? What's going on in your head right now? Do it for us, BG. Chew the glass, bro. Oh no, I mean $1 million. Yeah, chewing on some toes. I mean, God damn it, man. Isn't there an easier way? There's got to be an easier way. I mean, dude. I mean, the first thing sounds way less dangerous with a much larger reward. The second, chewing glass, it's like, dude, I might die. Like, for what? Just so I could get a Bloodborne remaster remake? I mean, I want one, but I don't want one that bad. Digital Dude, you owe me 50 memberships now, bro. Yeah, you're right, Capcom lawyer. We all die, so I guess this is one way to go out. I mean, maybe I could be remembered though. Like that's MBG. He sacrificed himself so we could get Bloodborne. F Bloodborne. You get a new MGS from Kojima. Damn. Yeah, gonna have to take one for the team. Serious question: are you gonna do review codes again? I don't know. I haven't really been thinking about it. I mean, I I think it just depends. You know, like I'm not gonna be seeking it out. I'm not gonna be trying to get review codes. If a publisher ever contacts me, you know, kind of like what happened with Expedition 33 this year, and they're just like, "Here you go, if you want." And if it's a game, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll play it. Or I was planning on playing, sure. You know, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna, you know, like pass on that, I suppose. But it really will depend. It's also timing based, you know. Like I got offered a code for like the Outer Worlds 2, and I'm like, I passed on it because I'm just like, I'm good. I have no intention of playing this game, let alone reviewing it. Like I'm playing other stuff right now. Um, Microsoft still, there's Microsoft's still coming, knocking on my door, bro. Leave me alone. I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's my game of the year. Death Stranding 2 is still my game of the year. The toes are from a female though, so it shouldn't be a hard choice. Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of, yeah. I mean, I guess that's better. You know, I mean, it is better. You know, like it was like a dude. It's like, oh, I mean, I don't know though. Like, I don't know. Like for $1 million, bro. Like $1 million is a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I mean, that is like $1 million. I think is generally life changing. Like you can blow it really quick, but for most people, it's like if you just got $1 million tomorrow, probably gonna change your life a little bit. Is it tax free? It's like no, it's taxed. It's taxed, bro. If they knock on my door for Elder Scrolls 6, you take it. I still wouldn't actually because I'm not. I wouldn't, dude. Honestly, like I'm waiting for Microsoft to contact me and be like, "Would you like a code for State of Decay 3?" And I'll be like, "Absolutely, hell yeah." I'll take my chances on glass. Ryan, bro. If it's taxed, you'll get like 100K. You build up a nice restaurant with that money, make even more. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if I got $1 million today, I don't know what I'd do with it. I would know I'd have to be real careful. I know that. Because, like, that's the thing. Like, it's when you have a large sum of money, you're kind like, especially if you're not used to having it, you'll feel like, oh, I'm set. Like, you know? But before you know it, it's like shit adds up, man. Time moves forward, shit adds up. And what was once a large sum of money ain't so large no more. So, you know, this is why they talk about investing and stuff. But Digital Dude, what are you getting at here, man? You're getting oddly specific. Like I feel like you're building up to something. I don't like it. Digital Dude, where's my 50 bomb? Hmm? Invest in 3 to 5 houses, get 100K for life, plus own the assets in 30 years. Yo, do you see they're like Trump's talking about doing like 50-year mortgages? Which is like, I mean, that's a thing that I guess you could make happen, but it's like a 50-year mortgage. It like, that's crazy, bro. But I don't know. We're in strange times, man. Strange times indeed. Imagine someone who buys loot boxes gets that money. Oh, dude, that's the thing. Like, I mean, buying loot boxes is like gambling. You want to lose your money real quick, gamble. I'm not a gambler. I don't gamble. I don't even do like betting and shit like that. You know, like simple bet. I don't. Again, I come from a family history of like very addictive personalities. You know, and addiction runs strong in my genes. So it's like I'm not gonna. I'm good. Kojima and Cyberpunk 2 confirmed with him visiting CD Projekt Red. Yo, maybe that's why he visited Guerrilla Games. He's going to be in Horizon 3. Maybe Aloy's going to die in the first act, and Kojima's going to be the main character now in Horizon 3. I mean, Guerrilla, I'm just saying, if you want to make Horizon 3 a massive success, it's right there. That's all you got to do. Just make Kojima the main character. Hit Aloy. Hit Aloy. Mongering is your vice. You're saying MEG, come on, Pendragon Cycle. Maybe. Robert, you're saying I've been absent from gaming here lately. Any game recommendations, MEG? Probably last time that I gamed for real was last October. Well, I mean, Ghost of Yote's out. I highly, highly recommend Death Stranding 2 if you were a fan of Death Stranding 1. Even if you're not, I'd still recommend it. But Expedition 33, another highlight of the year if you haven't played that. Yeah, we'll check out the Mighty Keith video at the end. Let's see. There's a ton to play, man. I mean, those are the games that I played this year that really. I'm still playing through Ghost of Yote, but you know what game I played this year that was actually quite fun? Funner than I expected it to be. It didn't come out this year. I'm like late. I was late to it, but I played that Terminator Resistance game. I'm like, that was pretty fun. Yeah, Battlefield 6 just came out. It's another big one. Metal Gear Solid Delta. Yeah, Silent Hill F. Eventually, I'm going to get to that. I don't know why it's taking so. I'm like, I guess I'm just not playing it at the moment because I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Arc Raiders is out. People are loving Arc Raiders. Where the Winds Meet. Looks good. Yeah, they have that Terminator 2 game coming out this month. Rebirth is crying in the corner. Damn. Yeah. Sorry, Rebirth. Yeah, you know what? F you, Square Enix. I ain't playing no Final Fantasy no more. You don't want to make it exclusive to PlayStation? I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. No, but like, holy shit. They're like, yeah, we're not doing any more exclusives. Like, okay. Shit must have went real bad. You pre-ordered the SpongeBob game that comes out next week. Am I getting it? No, I wasn't planning on getting it. I did see that. I came across that though. I get maybe if my son is interested in playing it. I'm not sure though. I mean, he's been watching SpongeBob recently, but played a little bit of that. I forget the name of it, but I guess the last SpongeBob game that came out. It's a pretty fun game though. I mean, they're like pretty decent platformers. They're like your favorite games, aren't they? Joke's on them. Nobody will buy Final Fantasy on Xbox. Maybe the Saudis will buy Take-Two next. Get GTA. Mm. Mm-mm. It's not your favorite, but it's up there. So you really like them, huh? Digital Dude? Well, I mean, dude, at this point, I listen, man. If it's true that Xbox sold less than 2 million units this year, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to third party support. I don't know what's going to happen to it because it's like, I mean, you have the install base of maybe like 25, 28 million. A lot of those people probably left. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to start to see in the next year or two, like, so like if you think about like Xbox Magnus, if it comes out, did you hear Jez Corden say the new Xbox Hybrid will sell 20 million in 1 year? No, come on, that can't be. There's no way. Surely you're joking, Nick. Like that there has to be a misunderstanding. There's no way he said that. There's no way he said that, bro. Or he must have misspoke, because he had to have been like a joke or something, because that's come on, that's nonsense. He doubled down on it. No way. Where? Where? I don't believe this. That can't be real. Dude, it could be $300 and it still wouldn't do that. This device could be $300 fucking dollars, it still wouldn't do that. Come on, that can't be real, man. Saying play the clip. Is there a clip somewhere of this? I gotta hear this shit. That can't. Yo, Irfan had it ready. Irfan, bro, how are you this quick? Irfan's like straight up my producer right now, bro. Let me see. Let me listen in.
But I said previously on the show, it's like, if I'm Sony and I know Microsoft's next Xbox is going to be a PC with Steam. And I know for a fact.
Hold on, sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties here. Before I listen to this, though, we have Delwyn Hype Man Jones coming in. Delwyn says, I still firmly believe we're getting a Venom game. If Insomniac fleshes out Venom abilities, this could be a generational game from them. If it launches with PS6, PS5, and a new handheld, that would be absolutely icing on the cake. Yeah, I agree with this, Delwyn. I mentioned earlier how Marvel said that they're planning like many more years collaborating with Insomniac, and we have more evidence than ever before that they are doing a Venom game. MP First, I covered, they've been doing good work and they've been getting some good scoops. They came out earlier this year. They said there is a Venom game that's coming after Wolverine. So Wolverine's next year, and I think me and you were on the same wavelength, Delwyn. I think Venom is going to be a launch PS6 game. It's going to launch alongside the PS6 home console, the PS6 handheld, and I think it'll be on PS5 as well. And I think it'll be awesome. I mean, Miles Morales was cool, but I think a Venom game is going to be way better. So I'm stoked. I'm right there with you, bro. And Delwyn, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Saying Jez knows what to say to draw hate watchers and engagement. Yeah, I don't really come across any clips from Jez Corden. I don't have any issues with Jez Corden. I see him mentioned a lot. But I am curious to hear this, though. I'll listen to this clip, see what he says.
But I said previously on the show, it's like, if I'm Sony and I know Microsoft's next Xbox is going to be a PC with Steam, and I know for a fact that at least, say, there's going to be a few million of these Xboxes sold. Because, like, you're going to get the Xbox enthusiast crowd buy these very, very quickly. So say, like, 20 million of the Xbox users upgrade over the first year, just say. That's 20 million Xbox users that will potentially turn into Steam customers on the basis of buying PlayStation games that they haven't had access to before.
What? I wasn't expecting. So this is like a 2.5 minute clip. I wasn't expecting him to say it so soon. Like, but like what? I just like the leap there though is what I don't understand. Like so I can understand. I'll listen to the rest. I'll listen to the rest. Maybe he explains it.
If I'm Sony, I just make my own store, put it there myself, and bypass the 30%. Because Steam doesn't play that nice with Windows on handheld, and it probably never will. Because Steam is going to release its own console next year, or the year after. Steam is releasing its own Steam Deck console, which is going to have both Xboxes and PlayStation's exclusives, making the whole argument for exclusives completely ridiculous. So in a universe where Steam has an affordable, powerful PlayStation Xbox combo console, in what universe does it make sense for Sony to gatekeep Xbox at that point? I think PlayStation just needs to make its own store, put that on the Xbox, take 100% of the revenue, and then bring the fight to Steam. Because
oh man, okay. I'm even more lost at this point, bro. Like okay, so I'll finish the clip, but I just gotta say, I understand the logic, but only while also understanding the logic is coming from a place of I don't want to say denial. It's not denial. There's a specific word I'm looking for. Just I guess just not seeing something clearly, and that is that Sony wants to sell hardware, man. Like that's what's crazy to hear. Is it's like I understand Helldivers went to Xbox, and I'm not saying that Sony wouldn't bring more things to Xbox at some point, but it's like at first I was a little bit perplexed about the whole 20 million in 1 year thing, but the real thing here that I'm gathering is like this idea like Sony just has to let go and blow it open, and it's like maybe one day, but that day is not today or tomorrow or next gen. Like that's something that Sony would do only when they're in Microsoft's position. And that's the problem. And I guess maybe it's not too surprising to hear this because I feel like people who follow Xbox super closely, which I'm pretty sure Jez Corden does, and many people in that space do, they, I think, have a skewed perception here where they don't understand or they're like blinded a little bit, where it's like, guys, Microsoft is the one not selling hardware, not Sony, Microsoft. Like the things you see Microsoft doing, they're doing it because they can't sell hardware. Like it's like the logic is that simple. And that's what I think they're blinded to sometimes is they have this kind of mentality of like, well, this is happening to Microsoft, so clearly it's happening to Sony too. And it's like, but it's literally not. I'm not saying it won't. We don't know the future, but it's not right now. And it doesn't seem like it's going to anytime soon. And that's where it's like what he just described. Put the PlayStation Store on the next Xbox. It's like, bro, what, man? Like, like maybe that would make some inkling of sense if you started the conversation by saying maybe 5 million people upgrade to the next Xbox. If you start the conversation with that, and then you say Microsoft's going to make a PC launcher anyway, or Sony's going to make a PC launcher for PlayStation anyway, maybe just put that launcher on there. Maybe that makes sense because Sony would then be treating it like PC. That is if they're even going to do a PC launcher. But this is just where I listen to these, and I'll finish listening to the rest, but I see people having conversations like this, and it's like, well, that's how I'm taking it as well, Capcom lawyer. I'm taking what he's saying as like Sony releases a launcher that they also put. Hold on. Sony releases a PC launcher that because this next Xbox Magnus device will basically be Windows PC, like just put your launcher on there and get all of it. And it's like, yeah, but that would never happen if this device sold 20 million in a year. Because like that's the thing. If Microsoft produces a piece of hardware that outsells the PS5, the PS4, and the PS6, Sony is going to be panicking. You know, like Sony's going to shit their pants. Everybody would shit their pants, and even Microsoft would be shitting their pants. So, like, how did we just sell that many? So, the only thing I can gather from this is that he has to be mistaken with that 20 million number. Like, he has to be, because, like, dude, this next Xbox device is not going to hit 10 million, like lifetime. Or if it goes beyond 10 million, it's not going to go much further. Again, we need to understand that we are looking at Series S consoles failing to even sell like more than 13 million, more than 12 million, something along those lines. There's no chance that a box that's going to be $1,000 or more has any chance of getting in. I mean, honestly, the first year of launch, it'll be lucky if it gets to 5 million. It'll be lucky. So from that perspective, from that specific perspective, if Sony is going in this direction where they're like, we're building a PC launcher and we're going to put that PC launcher on every PC, on every Windows PC, you can install the PlayStation PC launcher. And that's where you get our games. Then yes, technically that would be available. Like it wouldn't even be a decision on Sony's part. That just would be available on this next device. But that's the whole thing is Sony. You have to ask yourself, why haven't they already done a PC launcher? Well, I think they haven't done a PC launcher yet because, well, I mean, truthfully, I don't know how successful that would be, and they're probably questioning that too. Sony, I think, has been operating more so on the, they're operating more in line with, would it just make more sense to just put it on Steam? But I don't know. I'll continue the rest of the clip here. I just don't understand where the whole 20 million is coming from, dude. Like, I genuinely don't understand that. That's like the most perplexing thing here, where I was kind of maybe he will in the rest of the clip. I was hoping that maybe he would, explain that. Oh, you think he's rage baiting me? He got me. I don't know. I don't take it that way, though. I'll tell you what, if this is rage bait, this is a very subtle and convincing rage bait, which I feel like these days it's not convincing ever. All right, let me continue the clip here.
Steam is coming for both of them. Steam is coming. Steam has had years building up its infrastructure, learning how users use consoles, maturing its software stack, all that kind of stuff. And they've got all the games from both companies. How are all the Sony fans going to react when there's a Steam box that's just as powerful and has all the PlayStation games? Yeah, sure, they're a year later, but that year is going to become shorter and shorter and shorter over time.
I don't know, it's interesting.
Well, I mean, we're also operating a little bit off of assumption here. I mean, the idea of the year, it being a year, it being less than a year. I mean, I feel like you could go in either direction. You could say Sony's going to start to trim that down further. You could say Sony's actually going to, pick and choose. Like, will Wolverine be on PC 1 year later? When's Death Stranding 2 launch on PC? I understand. So he's really talking about Steam kind of taking over, and I could kind of agree with that. I think Steam is actually going to become more of a threat, depending on how Sony views it. Knowing that Sony still wants to sell hardware and Steam's actually going to make a console box, Steam might be more of a threat at this point. And Microsoft is embracing that. So that's an interesting dynamic there, where Microsoft is saying, Steam, come on in, bro. You can have our storefront. We'll take yours. So it's a non-issue for Microsoft. Well, I mean, it is an issue, but it's one they don't care about. For Sony, that's very different. Like that, Sony has to figure the fuck out what they want to do with Steam. Like that's one thing I can kind of agree with the general conversation is Sony needs to figure out what Steam is to them, because I do think that Steam probably poses the greatest threat all in all to Sony, more so than Nintendo, because it's like, dude, Steam, you've gotten very friendly with Steam. You've put your games on Steam. You've sent a message. And if Steam is now about to put it, like I do kind of agree with that side of the conversation, not the 20 million. I don't know where the hell that's coming from. But the idea that like, hey man, Steam is widely regarded as the best storefront, breaking concurrent records and stuff like that for users and shit at one time. If they do come out with a singular box, that's the power of a PS5. Yeah, I don't know if they have a good controller and they really market it as like this is a console. I think Sony I think needs to be careful about that, because it's like, bro, that's them stepping in. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say here is Valve could take Microsoft's place if they play their cards just right. And that's where Sony would find themselves in a bind, because Sony already embraced Steam. Doesn't mean they can't reverse course. Sony can reverse course at any time. But it's like Sony, it's like I said at the beginning of this conversation, Sony's whole thing is we want to sell hardware. Maybe Steam was never a threat to you because they're not selling hardware. People are buying PC hardware, but Steam isn't trying to sell that directly. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not, it's a different beast. Steam puts out a box that's essentially a PS5, but a Steam PS5. Like it's a Steam box, right? Same price. Yeah, that's true. That's true too. The Steam Deck barely sold 5 million, but I don't know, man. Like, there is a difference between a home console box and the appeal of that, more broadly speaking, and a premium handheld. Right now, Valve doesn't offer anything that competes with the PS5. Steam Deck doesn't compete with the PS5, at all. It's, if anything, like, again, you see Sony Studios. You see Sony Studios, like, coming out and being like, we're Steam Deck verified. Delwyn Jones, by the way, thank you so much for another generous super chat, buddy. You're saying, MBG, could you damn imagine Insomniac doing a Venom game that we're getting, where it's Venom versus Wolverine in a boss fight building on their history and classic games like Ultimate Spider-Man? That would be absolute cinema if that ever happens. Yo, Delwyn's over here like fantasizing about the Venom Wolverine crossover. Well, I'll tell you what, man. We do know that Insomniac is planning X-Men games after, I think, Spider-Man 3. So there's Wolverine, Venom, 2027, and then I think by like 2030, that's when they're targeting Spider-Man 3. After 2029 maybe, probably 2030 though. After that, they're going to be working on X-Men games, and I don't know. You would assume Spider-Man and Venom may be a part of that. I don't know, bro. Like, never say never. I don't think it's going to happen in the Venom game, but yeah, their roadmap probably changed a little bit, but I like the way you think, Delwyn. Never say never. I can't wait to see this Venom game, dude. Yeah, I don't know. The only problem with this clip, though, is that it didn't explain. Like, listen, I'll tell you this. The only way I could see this happening. So I just want to say this last thing about the whole 20 million people, 20 million Xbox users upgrading to Magnus. The only way I could see that happening, conceivably, which I don't know that it's actually possible, but this is the only remote possibility, is if Microsoft does something crazy where they're like, listen, we're basically going to give you not like a completely free upgrade, but like a trade-in of some kind, where it's like you trade in your Xbox device, your Series S, your Series X, and you get Magnus for like $100 or like just something absurd. Like they're practically giving, essentially what I'm describing is, unless Microsoft says like, if you're an Xbox player, we're going to give you this device. Unless they do that, yeah, that's not remotely possible. It's just not possible under any circumstances. Like, I would actually argue that they could give this thing out, and I still don't think they'd hit a 100 or 20 million in a year. I just don't think it's going to be. Capcom. There's no, come on, Capcom lawyer. Now I feel like you're taking the piss. But I mean, ironically enough, there's a reply here from Crap Gamer underneath this clip that says his argument doesn't make sense. Steam Deck already have Xbox and PlayStation games, and they sell like shit. Steam machines sold less than 1 million. I don't think PlayStation fans will give a flying fuck about some Steam machines. And an Xbox PC, it's $1,000, will make Wii U sales look good. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, that is true. What he said. I mean, we talked about how Sony's games on PC are not doing staggering numbers. Guys, don't forget to like the stream, by the way. I didn't mention that today. Hit the like button. Make sure you're showing some support if it's within your means. Delwyn was showing some support. Delwyn's showing some hype. But we're sitting at 15 members. We're 10 away from hitting our first goal. We'll see if we can still strive to hit that. It's been slow going today. We've been on the struggle bus today, but we're still going. We're still going. So appreciate everything you guys do for the channel. And yeah, appreciate all the support. Rare Crap Gamer W. Why does that sound so funny? Yeah, there seems to be this like constant tug of war of like, it's not even like a tug of war. It's just there are people on the Xbox side of things that they feel as though, and I get it. I get it. Like, I understand why they feel this way, but they feel as though they have Sony pegged. You know what I mean? Like, we know exactly what Sony's going to do, how they're going to do it, and why they're going to do it, even before the PlayStation fanboys do. And it's like, guys, I don't know why you would think that. Like, again, I'm not saying that they won't do some of these things, but it's just they're so, like, I follow Sony closer than 99% of people. Like, I pay close attention to all the things they're doing. And I can confidently come to you and say, I don't know exactly what they're going to do. There's only one thing that I do know, though. And this is where it's like, they say you got to follow the money, right? And I think this is an area where that's absolutely applicable, where it's like, listen, if you're not 100% sure because of the mix, you're getting mixed signals and mixed messaging from Sony, just, again, look at the PS5 hardware sales, man. Look at the PS5 hardware sales. If they are, I mean, unless they're tanking, if Switch 2 OLED releases in 2027, it could be the best selling thing that year, even with the PS6 and Xbox. Yo, we got Big MP in the chat saying, how's it going, MBG? Gaming Survivor's like, holy shit. Holy shit, bro. It's the real Big MP. What's going on, man? Big MP's here. He finally recouped his finances. To get the mass market, you need a cheaper device that's supported for 8-ish years. PC handhelds are confusing, expensive, requiring upgrading sooner. Yeah, what's going on with the memberships around here? Is it time to panic? Oh, I don't know. Yo, he descended from the sky. He says even I don't have one. Yeah, you know what's funny about that? There was a dude in here, Shadowlink. He was in here, I think it was last week. And he was like, if I get a membership, I'll drop a shit ton of members. People drop memberships. He didn't get one. So he dropped like 100 members and he ended up gifting himself. True story. Never seen anything like it. You wonder how many PS Portals was sold? Seems more successful than he would have ever expected. Apparently, it's got like a 5% attach rate, which is like way better than Sony expected, at least in the US. Until a PlayStation beats a PS2 in sales, they'll all be a failure in sales, regardless how much the store or microtransactions make. It's that goddamn PS2, man. Remember Big MP's challenge with Herpy Derps, legendary times? Yeah, whatever happened to Herpy Derps, too? Yeah, that was crazy. That was like back in 2023, right? I think that was the craziest it ever got. I don't know that we've ever, I think that might have been the peak. I remember that Gaming Survivor. That was wild. Went to Best Buy last night and all the Portal shelves were empty. Really, I'm not surprised to hear that, Chris. I've been literally seeing people coming in saying, I just bought a Portal. Sony's sales tactic worked. Big MP says I could drop 2 memberships per one given. I think that math makes sense. Per one given. Oh. 2 for 1. He's doing a 2-fer. Shit. Well, there you guys go. Well, this is quite the twist. What is this? It's like a Hideo Kojima plot twist. Big MP says, I'll drop 2 for every 1 member. So I don't know what he means. I don't know if he means like literally just singles. Like, what if somebody drops 5? What then? Fishy Queefs is the bro. Where's Michael and the others? Michael Werner, he was here earlier. He dropped 10 member gifts. So he's saying he would drop 15. So you're saying if somebody drops 5 membership gifts, you'll drop 15? Bro, he's not even trying to match it. He's going beyond. Well, shit, dude. All right, what if somebody drops 50? Yo, Silent Spartan, where are you at? He was here earlier. Oh, wait, I meant 10, but fuck it. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. 3 for 1. Drop 150 bomb. I'll give you 2 more. Hanzo, you're saying last time we saw MP was years ago. All right. Well, here's what we'll do. I mean, my goal is to get to 25 members. I mean, I have it set to 50. It'd be great if we get 50 today. But what I wanted to do a little bit of a gameplay stream after this. But I don't know. I got, let's try to make it if we hit the member goal. We'll do a gameplay stream. What would you guys rather see? Fox Hunt, Metal Gear Solid Fox Hunt, or Plants vs. Zombies? Nick says with the $2 super chat, loving Ghost of Yote. I'm glad to hear that, Nick. I played a bunch of Ghost of Yote yesterday. I played a bunch. C9 just says neither. I'm still on my way to the platinum. I'm at like, I have to be at like 70% now. So I'm getting there. Wait, what's Hanzo asking? So MP will drop 30 now. Or will it be from now on? He said from now on. Yo, you guys want to see Plants vs. Zombies? Yo, Titus Crow comes in. Titus says, I got to get this thing started, man. Titus Crow comes in. He drops 5 membership gifts for you guys. Titus. Thank you so much, man. Oh my God, that was really loud on my speaker. Shit, that scared me. Titus, thank you for dropping 5 member gifts. That brings us to 20. We'll see. We'll see if Big MP, if he's really feeling it today or not. And Xanarkin. Xanarkin comes in. He comes in with the super sticker saying, keep it up. Xanarkin, thank you, bro. I love when people just randomly throw in the super stickers. And Chris Brown comes in and drops a single gift for you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Chris, thank you, buddy. I think that's your second membership gift ever, right? Second one? We got to get some music up in here. We got to get some music up in here. Hold on. I think I know what's going down. Hold on. Oh shit, we got Angry Whale Watcher coming in. We got Angry Whale Watcher coming in, dropping another single gift for you guys. I should have just started playing Plants vs. Zombies music. Oh, that's too loud. Angry Whale Watcher coming in, dropping another gift for you guys, bringing us up to 22. They want to see me play Plants vs. Zombies. They want to see me get that trophy. And Generic White Male coming in with the hot dog. Thank you, Generic White Male. Crazy Dave soundbite. Let me see. Hold on. Crazy Dave soundbite. Let's go. Titus says keep them coming. That is cursed, dude. Oh my God. What do you think that sounds like in slow motion, though? You know, hold on. Now... Dude, what it says 5 hours of silence being randomly broken by a metal pipe. What's going on with the sound bites? So much has changed around here. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. I have no explanation. They want to see me play Plants vs. Zombies. I'm not kidding. That's what they're asking for. Oh, that's fucking cursed. Okay. Anyway. Titus is like, what the fuck was that, bro? I don't know. It's actually, it's crazy. Dave slowed down. So, guys, we're at 22 members. Is he licking or eating something? No, that's just how he talks, bro. Shit, man. What other theme can we do? Do you guys know this one? I actually... Ah, there we go. This is the Plants vs. Zombies theme. Titus, you're saying that was genuinely disturbing? Well, no, I mean, I started playing music because I thought we were going to get like a real member train going here. Am I frozen? Wait, Xanarkin saying I'm frozen. Best theme in a GTA game. It is good. It is really good. Did we ever hear GTA 6's theme yet? Dwayne, what's going on, man? Saying happy Sunday. How's your weekend been? Yesterday I watched Predator Badlands in super screen. Not too long ago, came out from watching Roofman. It was a good movie. I recommend it. Based on a true story. I never heard of Roofman. I've been seeing stuff about that Predator Badlands movie, though. Play Brad theme from Resident Evil 3. That's so specific. Why do you want that, Hanzo? All right. I'll play it. I don't know what it's gonna sound like. Me wondering if the member train's gonna continue. Yo, Hanzo, why are you killing the vibe, though? He's like, yo, play this really creepy Resident Evil 3 music. This is gonna kill the member train. The suspense is building. Channing Tatum plays the main character in Roofman. Rip member train. Shit. There's got to be a way to resurrect it. All right, what's another really good What's another really good theme I could play? I'm taking requests. Although, yeah, Hans was like, "Oh, you wanted hype." Of course, I wanted hype. All right, hold on. We could play some Gojira. Get copyrighted, but. Oh, this takes me back. This takes me back, bro. The Halo theme. We did a Halo theme now that it's PlayStation. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll come across it at some point, Dwayne. Dude, this really does bring back memories, man. I remember with my PS2 chilling in my room, booting up San Andreas. First stage music from Castlevania. What is that for? Halo music is basically church music. It'll get the donations going. Oh shit, let's try it. Halo theme. I expect donos. Wait, why is it still playing? Well, hold on. Do we want Halo theme song original? They have Halo theme epic version, Halo Infinite tribute. Epic version. Grove Street. We'll go with the original. Damn. Yo, wait, is Halo's theme copyrighted? I don't think it is. I'm always worried whenever I play these themes. Some of them are copyrighted. Most of them aren't. Well, I mean, guys, keep in mind, Big MP, he will match you or something. I think he said 2 for 1, something like that. He's good for it. Big MP's good for it. He's never let us down. 7th gen gaming nostalgia. No, Titus, it's not over yet. It's not over. No, you're the second person to mention Running Man, Dwayne Johnson. Apparently, I'm going to have to look it up. Arnold approved of the movie. He gave it a thumbs up. Arnold was like... Basically, he's saying the new Running Man movie's good. Well, man, where's Corey? Corey didn't show up today. So I'm seeing a lot of people celebrate the fact that God of War Ragnarok is 3 years old now. Guys, what the fuck, man? Like, what is time? What is time? Like, how is God of War Ragnarok 3 years old already, dude? Like, it feels like just yesterday we were watching it revealed for the first time at the PlayStation Showcase. I went on Twitter and I saw that PS5 Pro was trending. I clicked PS5 Pro and the first thing I see is a me or PS5 Pro post. PS5 Pro, bitch. We need new sales numbers on that. It's likely close to 20 million. Yeah, I mean, Ragnarok was one of the rare games where Sony immediately gave numbers for that. They like broke a record for them or something. So they're, yeah, I wonder when they're going to give an update on that. PS5 Pro, probably around 12, 15. PS5 Pro sales numbers are probably lower than you would think, to be honest. I don't think they're that high. But I'm just checking to see why it's trending. There doesn't seem to be any specific reason. But there's like so many of these. I came across multiple posts of women being like me or the PS5 Pro, and it's like, come on. 5.1 million units in its first week, 11 million in 3 months. Well, dude, if it hit 11 million in 3 months, it's got to be close to 20 mil at this point or beyond that. Unless it hit a wall or something. I'm trying to remember, when's the last time Sony gave us I think the last time they gave us a sales update for any game was for Helldivers, right? Damn, Irfan says I have a standard PS5 already, so her. Irfan's a simp, confirmed. Irfan's out here simping. Did you talk about how Expedition 33 got robbed of the game soundtrack Grammy nomination? No, I didn't even know about that. Who won? Who won that? If Expedition 33 didn't win, then who did? Can you take the Pro and sell it or trade it in? Yeah, it's yours to do with what you want, Matt. Star Wars Outlaws got nominated. Shit. Tuck your PS5 in at night. Well, I saw it trending, but I didn't actually pay any attention to it. Let me check. Black Ops 7 is trending. Slop Ops. Call of Duty Slop Ops, bro. Hell yeah. I don't see it trending anymore. It was. I'm not seeing it now. You're saying Outlaws is a good game now with the updates? Irvin says Slop Op sounds kind of cool, though. Irvin, what's going on, man? I think that Halo theme really fucked them up. You haven't even seen the Black Ops trailer, Titus? You're not missing anything, man. I'm going to be honest. You're not missing anything. And I don't say that lightly. Like, normally I can see a Call of Duty trailer and be like, that was kind of cool. Every Black Ops 7 trailer I've seen, I'm like, this is not very cool. Jetpacks are back. I don't think there's jetpacks. I know there's wall running, though. Is COD actually dead? No, I don't think it's dead. I don't think it's dead. And Big MP comes in. I told you guys. I knew he'd be good for it. Big MP comes in. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta get the right theme. Big MP comes in. And he drops 20 membership gifts for you guys. He said he'd do it. He said he'd do it. $20 members gifted from Big MP. Did he gift himself, though? He did not. Guys, that's 42. You want to see me play Plants vs. Zombies or not? Huh? Well, he proved it. It was the song that broke you. I'm sorry, bro. Let me add that to the counter, though. Big MP, thank you so much for that, buddy. You're now at 42. Low rider music. Sounds like notifications. Well, there we go. I don't know if that's copyrighted. I hope it's not. I don't think it is. Damn, but now we gotta get Big MP a member gift, guys. We need to get him a membership. The GTA themes never get old. Yeah, they never get old. MP is too generous, actually. We only got to 7 members, so that's only 14. Oh, shit. He dropped more than he needed to. You want me to keep the music? I keep the music. Lower it a little bit, though. Your favorite theme is from GTA 1? I don't think I've ever heard that one. Oh, he did a 3-1 instead of a 2-1. How do I feel about the GTA 6 delay again? I'm okay with it. Matt York, you're saying don't play it. You might get a copyright. I mean, I played the Vice City theme and I didn't get any. But I will tell you, when it comes to the GTA 6 delay, dude, I don't know. I don't really have a problem with it because it's like this game is going to raise the bar. So it's like if you guys need another 6 months, yeah, it sucks to have to wait longer, but I'm cool with it. Like, my expectations are through the roof. You know? And Prince G with a $2 super chat says, shout out to G Unit, Honko G, Titus G, and Irfan GG. Yo, Prince is shouting out the G Unit, man. All right, well, we'll keep the stream going for a little bit longer here, guys. All right? It's not often Big MP comes around. Why no membership gift for Ryan? I don't know. Ryan, have you received a member gift before? Yeah, I've been seeing him trying to get one. Oh, yeah, the Mighty Keith video. All right, I don't know if I can keep playing that. It's a good theme, but you know. Oh, you know what? I do want to check this real quick though. What's the GTA 5 loading screen music? I've heard this so much. MRPD, what's up, man? Yo, MRPD, we got Big MP here. He's matching membership gifts. Trying to encourage people to gift. Why does this sound different than what I remember? Has it always sounded like this? Or if it says I'm your search engine. Yeah, you're basically the producer, bro. It's always been like this. I don't know. I guess there's a different GTA theme I'm looking for. All right, that stuff's probably copyrighted. Introduction theme. Yeah, I don't know. I should probably stop just clicking on and off, you know. Perfect Image says, shout out to the top donors, Shadowlink, Silent Spartan, Oliver Opfer, and Michael Warneth. Yeah, that'll be getting updated soon. All right, guys. Well, here's what we'll do, because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to literally just sit here in hopes that we'll get membership gifts, but we'll do like a last call. All right. Some of you guys want to see me play Plants vs. Zombies, which I'll stream that. I'm going to be playing it anyway. But you know, I want to try to encourage us to get to the 50 mark. Okay. See if we can get to that 50 mark before we wrap it up. So we'll do like a last call, do a couple more minutes. God of War Ragnarok sold 15 million copies as of November 19th. Wait, no. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok has sold over 15 million copies worldwide as of November 2023. That figure's confirmed. So it's got to be, it's got to be super close to 20 million. Or it's got to be maybe more than 20 million. I feel like if it hit 20 million, they would have announced that. You know? I think they would have announced it. Prince, have you played Plants vs. Zombies before? I mean, Plants vs. Zombies is a fucking classic. And Silent Spartan, dude! Ain't no way. Hold on. Ain't no way, bro. Silent Spartan fucking just came out of nowhere. He did it again. He's been doing this. He's been coming in towards the end of the streams. He dropped another 50 membership gifts for you guys. Yo, Big MP screwed. Big MP, it's all good, man. Well, I don't know. He did promise. He's sitting there like, oh no. I made the joke earlier. I was like, Big MP came in here and he says he's gonna match, and I was like, yo, Spartan, where are you at? And here, dude, he came back. He dropped 50 membership gifts.
Holy shit.
We got to get the Vice City theme back. It's time. Spartan, dude, thank you so much, man. Absolute insanity. You've been... I mean, seriously, bro. You've been the GOAT. He's been dropping just incredible support. So, guys, W's in the chat for Silent Spartan. He just dropped 50 membership gifts for you guys. And yeah, we will have member content coming. I owe you guys. It was a rough week last week, so I wasn't able to produce any, but we're going to be doing... I'm going to strive for 1 to 2 members lounges this week. And then on Friday, we're going to be doing Morning with the Misses as well. Okay, so if you're a channel member, or if you got, you know, a member gift, make sure you tune into that stuff. Oh, hold on. Hold on. We got Gaming Survivor coming in here. And Big MP does it. Dude, oh man. Bro. Bro.
Holy shit.
How? 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 Big MP comes in and he drops another 50 member gifts for you guys. This is insane. This is insanity. Like this, I don't understand. Matt is in shock, bro. It's because I said I was going to play Plants vs. Zombies. That's what did it. Yo, Silent Spartan, Big MP. Oh, he did it. Look at that. He gave himself a member gift. You guys see that shit? He gave himself a member gift. That's the second time, bro. We had Shadowlink dropping a member gift to himself last week. We got Big MP doing it again this week. What is going on? Incredible. Damn, it's a shame there aren't more people here. We had more people tuned in earlier. They're missing it. Thank you guys so much. Oh, shit. You know what would make this day perfect, though? It's always at the buzzer. I know, bro. And Prince G, you're saying Kingdom Hearts will always be the OST for me. MBG, bro. I don't think I could play that without getting a copyright, though. And we're at 142. What the guys, look at that. Look, it barely even fits on the screen. It doesn't even fit. That's crazy. Thank you guys so much, boss. I can't give you more treats. I'm sorry, bro. I can't give you more treats. You're getting too big. Yeah, I know, right? It's always at the buzzer, Matt. I was going to say what would make this day perfect is if we go to a Plants vs. Zombies stream and I can actually get the trophy. If I can do that. No. We're not doing this. Come on. Down, boy. Don't look at me like that. Planet Clippy with a $5 chat says, it welcome to Derry, Long Walk, and now Running Man. All right, I'm just reading as it's typed. It's a good time to be a Stephen King fan. Oh, yeah, The Long Walk. People were telling me that movie is kind of dire. But, yeah, I don't know. You're the third person to mention Running Man. I'm going to have to look into this. It's not often I have this many people. I mean, I've watched the original one with Arnold, but people were coming and telling me that Arnold gave his approval. GTA 6 will tear Wolverine to shreds, no pun intended. Well, damn. Guys, once again, we just got to give it up to Silent Spartan and Big MP. They just came together and dropped, I think in total, like 120 member gifts. So, if you guys come across them in the chat, make sure you give them some thanks. And especially if you received a member gift. It's very kind of them, very generous people we have here on the channel. Damn, really, Planet Clippy? Boss. All right. Come on. That's the only way I can get him off my desk. I have to like grab him by his back legs, and then he'll just like plop down. Well, I don't know where to go from here, man. I feel bad. I always feel the only thing I don't ever feel too good about is every time we get big member drops ending the stream. It feels I'm gonna be doing a gameplay stream, but I always feel just a little bit bad because like I don't know. It's like, thanks guys, all right, I'm out. Well, yeah, so reminder that not tomorrow, but on Tuesday, I think, or technically it might be tomorrow. for us. But Sony's going to be doing their earnings report, and I want to cover this when it comes out and go over some of the stuff we might learn, because there might be some interesting insight we get. But holy shit. Hanzo, you're starring in The Running Man. You know, it's a damn shame. I wish I could cut the stream into 2 parts. Maybe I should. I don't know. Do you guys think I should just keep this stream going and then just like boot up? Okay. Hold on. Boss, say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye. Cause I can't deal with it anymore, bro. Like, I actually, like, boss, you're good, you're a great cat, but I can't do this. Like, he just won't stop. He won't stop torturing me. I gave you treats. Man. So say bye to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I mean, I'm not leaving yet, but boss is. Boss is sus now. It's just too much. He's like trying to bite my PlayStation, man. I don't know why he's being more aggressive. I'm exiling him. Boss, you've been exiled. No. Devil Sure, you're saying it's easier on me if you cut the stream and start a new one? Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's probably better for me to do it that way. Let me get this guy out of here. Come on, boss. All right, well, here's what we'll do. I think we'll wrap this stream up. Boss. Get out. Get out. Apparently, if he thinks I'm going to plop this on him, he'll leave. Oh, the Mighty Keith video? I don't know, Irfan, you think I should save it? Well, Tarnished, I'm coming back with another stream. We're going to be streaming Plants vs. Zombies. Bro has a compulsion. How's my neck? It's doing a little bit better. Yeah, it's really weird, Spartan. I don't know. It was really bad Friday. Like really, really bad. And then on yesterday, I noticed it was a lot better. Like a lot better. Like noticeably better. Today it's bad again. It's not as bad. You gotta get him out of here. He's like actually becoming too much. Hold on. Get out, you damn beast. Come on, Luna. Yeah, my neck was it's a little bit better. No, he's gonna hit the thing. All right, hold on. Sorry about that. There's complete chaos with the cats. I don't know what Boss is doing. Like Boss is like really getting out of pocket, like to a concerning degree. Like I gotta figure out what's going on with this guy. But yeah, I don't know what's causing this problem in my neck. I don't know if I'm like I said, if I'm sleeping weird or what. But it was really bad Friday. It was better yesterday. It's like 50-50 today. I don't know if it has something to do with the way I'm sleeping or some shit or what. And no way, bro. There ain't no way. There ain't no... Boss! Yo! Bro. There ain't no way. There just ain't no way, dude. Big MP. My neck is too swollen. He dropped another 50. How, dude? How? We need W's in the chat. I need W's in the chat for Big MP. He just dropped 100 member gifts on you guys. 100 member gifts. And then Delwyn comes in. Dude. Yo, Titus. See, Titus knows how to use the emojis. Titus lines them up real nice. I guess Leo gets some treats. Well, at this point, yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Big MP just dropped another 50 member gifts for you guys. And we are now somehow at 109. Oh my God. The light. The light. Bro. Hold on. We're at 192 members. How bright is it for you guys? We have achieved over 190 members. We are... Oh, wait. Did it adjust? I think it looks better now. Yeah. Is it good now? I think that the camera... My camera uses AI, apparently. So I think it had to, like, adjust in real time. But guys, look at this. 192. Okay, I need more W's in the chat. More W's in the chat for Big MP and Silent Spartan, these guys. And Delwyn, I'm going to read your super chat in just a moment, buddy. I just want to, I have to go shut these curtains because the sun's coming right through. Well, I have this camera, and I remember when I first got it, it was like it says it uses like AI to adjust in real time and get the best picture possible. So I think it's having a hard time because of the sun shining through the window. So let me go close that. All right, now I don't know how dark it is. Oh man, it's like really dark. There we go. Yeah, it's weird. It's not weird, but now that we changed the clocks, you know, it starts getting dark at like 4 o'clock. So sun starts shining through much sooner. Now, Delwyn, again, big shout out to Big MP, bro. I'm in disbelief. I can't believe we hit 192 members. It's up to you guys. You know, 192 is way, way, way more than we needed. If you want to round it off at 200, cap it off, I should say. Feel free to do that. Delwyn Jones with a super chat says the PlayStation 6 handheld is going to make us smile in a whole new way this generation, all thanks to the PlayStation Portal selling so well. Yesterday, it sold out in Japan. This is a massive update so far. Hope they keep it up until the new handheld comes. Yeah, I agree, Delwyn. I was talking earlier about the PlayStation Portal and how it does seem to be selling out in some places. In Japan, in particular, it seems to be suddenly selling a lot better. Yeah, the goal is at 50. I guess I'll fix that. It's not going to fit. That's how you know we'll cap it out at 200. I was wondering if when Sony announced this update for the PlayStation Portal, if it was going to cause a bit of a sales spike. And I think it did. Again, I don't think it's like suddenly moving massive numbers, but I think a lot of people who were on the fence and not sure if it would be worth it. You know, people who are already thinking about it, I think this kind of pushed them over the edge, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take the leap now." And again, Delwyn, I've had multiple people coming in here today talking to me about how they just got one. I'm going to be getting one in a couple weeks as well. Yo, do you guys see that fly on my mic? You see it? Oh, oh, okay. We got a fly in here. It's gonna die. I don't know if I got it. Nope. No, I just saw it. Do you guys not see this fly? Tell me there isn't actually a fly and I'm fucking going crazy. Delwyn, I'm sorry, man. I'm just trying to answer Delwyn's super chats and some bullshit keeps happening. Which color version did you receive for the portal? When I get it, I'm just going to get the white version. Like, I wanted to ask you guys this. Do you think the PlayStation 6 color is going to end up being similar to the PS5 where it's going to be like a two-tone? Or do you think it's going to be just one color? I wonder this because, I mean, I see the black versions of the stuff that Sony puts out. Like, they basically have made black versions of everything. And I've thought about, like, if I do get the Portal, maybe getting it in black or something, and they have those Pulse Elevate speakers that are coming out next year. They're going to offer them in white or black. But I'm like, dude, I bought everything in white, you know? Because I just kind of want, I don't know, I'm like that. I just want it to be uniform. I want it all to match. And so, because of that, I'm going to get the Portal in white when I get it. But I just can't help but wonder, like, how different the color scheme will be for the PS6, where, you know what I could see them doing? I could see them doing it reverse, where the PS5 is a two-tone color, white and black, but white is kind of the dominant color. Black is more of a secondary color. I think they'll do it opposite. I think they'll do black and white two-tone, where black is the dominant color and white will be the secondary. I could be wrong. Maybe that would be too confusing, but I don't know. I just assume that all this stuff is going to be compatible with the PS6. And so with that in mind, it's like, yeah, I don't know. You think it might look mostly the same? So Delwyn, thank you for your super chat, buddy. We also have PlayStation Pete with a $5 super chat saying, I go to court tomorrow, divorce court. PlayStation Pete, I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just it's just the fact that it's followed up by a Switch sales update. It's just that, like, it's a funny super chat. I go to the divorce court tomorrow. By the way, Switch 154.1 million. Switch 2, 10 million in 4 months. Well, PlayStation P, I'm sorry to hear that you have to go to divorce court tomorrow. Sounds stressful. So wishing you the best on that, man. But yeah, what do we think, PlayStation Pete? Do you still believe the Switch 1 is going to catch the PS2? The PS2 is sitting at 160 million. They're at 154. Gamer for Life, you're saying when you get it, you're going to really like it. It's actually a pretty cost-effective way. You don't have to buy them twice. Yeah, Matt says, Pete, you always got something going on. PlayStation Pete's always got something going on. But you know what? He's got that Rebirth Platinum, though. He's got that Rebirth Platinum. Yeah, sorry to hear about your divorce, though. It's a shame, man. But I hope, like I said, I hope everything goes well for you, PlayStation Pete. Oh no, Gaming Survivor. Shit. Yeah, we were talking about that, the idea of the Switch 2, apparently how it sold like 12 million units. At what point does Sony start to get worried? If not worried, maybe worried is the wrong word. At what point does Sony get upset? You know, that they're like, bro, how are they selling this many units? Perfect image. Let me see what you said. Black Friday. You're saying it seems like you're saying PlayStation Plus Premium is going on sale for Black Friday. It'll be $112 for the year. Is that confirmed? That's actually really good. JMR says 192 gifted. I only went to eat. I know, dude. I know. I'm shocked too. I was not expecting that. We're gonna be going over to another stream after this in a couple minutes where I'm gonna play some Plants vs Zombies. Some of you guys want to see that. I was gonna be playing it either way, so I figured why not. Yeah, I remember Gaming Survivor. Yeah, you don't have to remind me. No, JMR, it's gonna be public. I'm trying to not do gameplay streams members only that often. There's some weird stuff going on with member streams. I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but well, I didn't get sued, but I got in a shit ton of trouble and taken to court. Yeah. There seems to be some weird stuff going on members content where I was looking into it, like how a lot of streamers are they're like they're basically saying like they're not doing members content anymore because they feel as though it's like hurting their channel or whatever. It's hurting like the visibility of their channel. I don't know what's going on here, but I have to pay attention to it because like I've always wondered if it made any difference on my channel, negative or positive. Oh, you want to watch the Mighty Keith video? Yeah, we'll check that out. All right, we'll check that out and then we'll head over. So I don't know. I don't plan on not doing members content unless I find out that there's something actually truly broken with it. Like if I find out it's like, yeah, you doing members content is like killing your channel. If it's something like that YouTube has to fix, then I may have to look into that. But I don't know what's going on with that. I just noticed a couple things pop up recently. So if it's something serious, I would assume YouTube will get right on that because, like, dude, you can't have people not doing members content. That's gonna hurt the whole idea of the membership. But well, guys, I want to ask you real quick before we watch this Mighty Keith video. I don't really stream on Twitch, you know that, and I don't really watch content on Twitch. Is there like, do they do members content only on Twitch? Is that a thing? Or is that not a thing? Ryan, you're saying no. Just ad free if you're subscribed. Oh, okay. Ad free. Ah, so that's the big difference. Okay, I've wondered for a long time what the big difference was. So the big difference is, well, yeah, I guess that's what they call it, right? Subs, like subscribers. So if you get a sub on Twitch, that's basically the equivalent of getting like a. Well, I have another question. If you sub on Twitch, is it ad free just for that channel? Or is it for the entirety of Twitch? Because, yeah, I didn't realize Well, I guess I did realize, but I never really thought about it, that like when you get a membership gift, it doesn't remove ads. You still need a YouTube Premium subscription to remove ads from YouTube. There's a Twitch Turbo for everything that is ad-free. Okay. Damn. Yo, YouTube should fucking add that as a feature for membership gifting. That would be a game changer. Wouldn't it? I think it would. Yeah. Gaming Survivor. Shh. I wonder if YouTube will ever do something like that where they will make it so if you get a membership gift, you get ad-free content. I doubt it. But anyway, let's bring up Mighty Keith. We'll watch his latest video and then we'll move over to a Plants vs. Zombies stream. Just give me a second to set this up. GTA fans after hearing Grand Theft Auto 6 was delayed again. Bro, the last video I watched of his was fucking amazing. That shit was funny. I have to all right, let's check this out.
Hey, bro, you're not gonna believe this news, man. Hold on, bro. I'm role-playing with friends I've accumulated over the past 10 years in GTA 5. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, actually, speaking of Grand Theft Auto, I love this game so much, bro, but I cannot wait until GTA 6 comes out, May 26th of next year. Yeah, so essentially, because, bro, when you think about it, I don't really play any other games. So I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 since PlayStation 3. Now I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on a PlayStation 5 that's 5 years into its lifespan. Hell, I'm on the Pro right now. When you think of it like that, the news I'm about to give you is somehow even more depressing. Hey, yo, I just checked my hours on Steam and PlayStation 5. Accumulated, I've played 87,600 hours of Grand Theft Auto 5. Wait.
Bro, you know what's so funny is I feel like it is like this, though. Like, when you see the way Grand Theft Auto fans... Sorry, I don't know why it disappeared there. When you see the way Grand Theft Auto fans react to the news of the delay, I mean, it does come off like this is how they're just sitting there being like, this is all I played. This is the only thing that matters.
What? That would mean you played Grand Theft Auto 5 every single hour for the past 10 years. The shackles of my oppressor. I feel them slipping. Just 6 months from now, I'll be able to play a new GTA, new story, new characters, new online. Check your wrist, brother. Them shackles are getting a little bit tighter. What do you mean by that? Grand Theft Auto 6 has been delayed till November 19th, 2026. Hey, man, you hear me? You good? I just wanted to let you know because I didn't want you to get your hopes up for next summer. Why doesn't God exist? I'm sorry? How could he see such horrific events on the planet and not intervene? We're still talking about a game, right? Shh, do you hear that?
Dude, this
I
is
hear
literally
Traffic
being...
calling my name. It wants me to play with him. I'm coming, Traffic. Brother, sit down. What are you doing? I got my wife pregnant in September, so she would give birth in May. That way I can get paternity leave and play the game all day and night. And then they delayed it. What the hell did you just say? Did you get that idea off Twitter? Forget the game, boss. You need therapy. What's more therapeutic than firing a rocket launcher into a crowd of people in 4K? FBI, he's right here. I was in college when GTA 5 came out. I'm gonna be in a nursing home when GTA 6 comes out. Bro, it's not that bad. All right, it's just 6 more months. Half a year? I have to somehow live 6 more months than I planned. We seriously need to get you that therapy. Wait, that's it, isn't it? GTA 6 was never coming out. This was all just a ploy. Just more marketing to market GTA 5 more. I'll be stuck in GTA 5 forever. Brother, this game is holding you hostage. Just play something else. I'll never see Lucia in a bikini. You just mentioned having a pregnant wife, and now you're fantasizing about pixels? Yeah, we need to get you that therapy for real. What's more therapeutic than crashing a plane into a highway? FBI, open up! Uh-oh.
Or that's just crazy.
What's more therapeutic than crashing a plane into a highway? Jesus, dude. I fucking love it. Hold on. It's always the best part, dude.
What do you mean by that? Grand Theft Auto 6 has been delayed till November 19th, 2026. Hey man, you hear me? You good? I just want to let you know because I ain't want you to get your hopes up for next summer. Why doesn't God exist?
Dude, okay. That's the best one. That's the best one right there. Why doesn't God exist? Like, holy shit, man. That was good. I love these videos, bro. Yeah, dude, he had like he straight up went into existential crisis. I love it. I love it. That's good shit though, man. I mean, what's so funny about Mighty Keith's skits is that obviously they're like mostly exaggerated, but there's like layers of like sometimes there is truth to this. Like you see how people are actually behaving. That's good shit though, man. Another good one. Another banger. Uh Why doesn't God exist? All right. Well, guys, with that being said, I think this will be a good place to wrap up the stream, and then we'll do Plants vs. Zombies. I don't know. I don't know who's going to tune into that. I hope you guys will. I'm going to be trying to get a really difficult trophy. Bro got his wife pregnant just for that. I saw people talking about that, and I'm like, the fuck is wrong? Like, what's happening, man? Like, guys. Like, people need to, listen, people need to prepare themselves because what's most likely going to happen is when GTA 6 releases, the entirety of the PlayStation Network and Xbox Network is going to go down for a while. So, like, you know, this idea that, like, you're going to be able to just sit there all day playing, maybe consider getting the game physically. Maybe you could play it offline. I'm just saying, bro, like, that's a real thing people might want to consider if you're that desperate to play it. You know, I don't know if Sony's network and Microsoft's network are going to hold up under the pressure. So you buy it physically. Maybe you can play it offline. Don't have to worry about it. Be in your own little world. MBG Herman Holst just said that the point behind staggered PC port releases is so they can garner more console sales. Isn't that interesting? Where did he say that, Tarnished? Irfin, are you on this, bro? Where did Herman say this? And Gaming Survivor, I'm sorry, bro. I haven't been playing your songs. If you don't mind, like, maybe tomorrow's stream or Tuesday's stream, whenever we stream again, come back with your song. I'll make sure we play it at the end. I do got to wrap this up now, though, because I'm going to do this gameplay stream. Let me go check. Yeah, I don't know if this is new or old. Yeah, who is that? I'm not sure who that is. Sorry, I'm trying to just find this real quick. Yeah, it's not coming up. Nib 95. All right, yeah, let me look that up. Um, so I'm looking at this clip.
We take a more strategic approach and we introduce our great franchises to new audiences, and we're finding new audiences that are potentially going to be very interested in playing, for example, sequels on the PlayStation platform. We have high hopes that we're actually able to bring new players into PlayStation at large, but into PlayStation platforms specifically. Actually, the same goes for the work that we do with extending our great properties onto other media, such as television series and film, for example, as you have seen with The Last of Us on HBO or Gran Turismo, the film. That brings in new players into our franchises.
Customers who are
Nah, he's lying. Yo, Matt Fu. Matt Fu, bro, I'm sorry. I'm a little bit late to your yeah, that's a little bit older what Herman said there, but I do think that mostly holds true. Matt Fu comes in, he gets us over the 200 mark, bro. Matt.
Holy shit.
Thank you so much for that, man. I was not expecting that. We had a crazy day for member gifts, and Matt comes in at the last moment to take us over the 200 mark. So very much appreciate that, guys. Yeah, I don't know how much Sony's strategy has changed since then. Punish him, MBG, for the old clip. It's not that I don't think it's that old. I think it's like a year old, year and a half at most. So their strategy could have changed, but I don't know. I mean, does it seem like it shifted much since then? Like that, like, does it seem like what Herman said then, doesn't like that? Like, does it seem like they're doing the opposite now? I mean, I don't really get that vibe, but yeah, I'm more interested to know what Herman's gonna say soon. What he'll say next. But Matt, let me add your members to the goal here, and then we're gonna wrap this up. 202. That's crazy, guys. Thank you so much for that. And so, yeah, this will be a good place to wrap the stream up. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Yeah, wait, what's going on here? What happened? Oh, man. Tarnished got tarnished. Oh, you were saying punished, tarnished. Be gone, tarnished. No, I'm just kidding. Gaming Survivor just has to get out of his system, It happens every now and again. We'll see that. Well, I was going to say, guys, like in a day or two, Sony's going to be giving their earnings. I do wonder if we're going to hear from Herman and Hideaki Nishino. I wonder if they're going to be giving us updates. Sure, we'll learn something. But, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. I know it was, again, a little bit all over the place. The topics haven't been too strong. There's not a whole lot going on right now. So, I apologize for that. But we're going to be doing another stream after this. We're going to do a Plants vs. Zombies gameplay stream. Specifically, I'm going to be trying to get the most difficult trophy in the game. So it'll be a bit of a challenge stream. Oh, man, it might be an emotional one. I don't know. I'm going to have to get some make sure I'm mentally prepared. But I'm going to set that up now. But before I go, I want to again thank you guys so much for your continued support. It was slow going for the majority of the stream, and then somehow, I don't know how, but somehow we ended with over 200 members on the day, which is truly incredible. So thank you guys so much for that. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Thank you to everybody who dropped any super chats or direct donations. You guys make it possible for me to continue to do this. We're completely fan funded. I can only run this channel because you guys make it possible. And again, I'm very grateful for that. So thank you. And yeah, also want to give a shout out to Devil Shooter, who does the timestamps for the streams. If you guys see Devil Shooter in the comments, make sure you show him some love, give him some thanks. I know he appreciates that. Devil Shooter, thank you for what you do, man. And yeah, that's it. So, guys, I will have another stream set up in the next 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure you have notifications turned on. I hope to see you over there. We'll see if we can get that trophy. And that's it. So, for everybody who's going to join me over there, I'll see you in a couple minutes. To everybody else, I will see you in the next stream. So, until then, take care, everyone.